So we get Headlam to take on the much shorter Denning. You'd expect them to get first use out of it. Up they go. Yes, Headlam wins it. Knocks it clear. Deans goes past the footy. It's knocked out by... Was that Kershaw? No, it wasn't. It was Haints. Ball wide. Bouncing footy in Delaney territory. He's got his opponent there in Capra. Across to Lovick. Lovick by hand. Across to Adams. Back to Lovick. Lovick up and under kick. Right out here in front of it. Donahue underneath it. He's let his teammates go. Forks underneath it. Fisted away from him. Haints at ground level. The hands off. Good hands off. Goes to McNamara. Rolling ball down in the... Oh, Erskine just dishes off a bit of a hip and shoulder to his opponent there in Mitchell. Ball goes wide to the outer side. I just bet to tap me fellow commentator to go on, but he's not here.
As you speak, Milky, the rain has started here.
Yep.
Visible drop, so it looks like heavy stuff. You can see it over the horizon on the hills over there. It looks very wet and dark.
But it's clear in the distance, which is a good sign. As Donahue on the outer wing sends Grovedale into attack with the advantage. Surely that's the way the wind's blowing. Oh, big jump on that occasion. A swinging arm at the footy by the St. Joey's defender. Who was that, boys? That Mitchell, was it?
Couldn't see that far, mate.
Could have been.
Oh, screen.
It definitely was Mitchell, you're right.
Yeah, Mitchell, yep.
No idea.
Good call.
Oh, well, every now and then I get one right.
You got that one right. First in a couple of weeks.
Spinning ball. Get ground level. Deans. He's shuffled over the boundary line. It's 30 around from the Grovedale goal. How long have we been going, Barnesy?
That is an excellent question.
Got him again. Happens every week.
Well, they started earlier than usual, so they threw me off. It's not even 2:10 yet.
Up they go again. Bouncing ball into the hot spot. Gee, trying to get his way through there. I reckon that was Jacob Dale.
I reckon we're going to have to get used to this, boys. A lot of stoppages
all day.
Yeah, a lot of stoppages.
I'll lose some ink on these hit-outs and clearances, I think.
Yes, if the rain keeps going, I don't think we'll have that much free ball. They're both hard-edged sides.
Ball. 70 out from the Grovedale goal. Put down into the path of Dale again. Puts it out in front of... cheapers. Delaney should have taken that mark. Dishes off. Goes to his teammate there in Daniel Key. With the left foot goes towards goal. There's the first score. Just a minor one.
I thought he had that one, Delaney. It stuck in his chest for a little bit.
Popped out the last second. Yeah. Just a quick AFL score, Milky. Kangaroos 7-2-44 to Adelaide, top of the ladder leaders, 0.
Gee whiz.
Wow,
How are North going to stuff this one up?
I'm tipping she's blowing a gale down there at Tasmania.
Probably is, yes. So on the Blood Toyota scoreboard, it's one behind Grovedale. They lead. They've got the advantage of a breeze here. And it's St. Joey's to bring it back in. I'm guessing that's Mitchell. Kicks it to the outer side. Looking for Tudor. It's fisted away from him. Lovick at ground level. Picks it up. Gives off the handball. Interfering there was Dale. So not interfering, but getting in the way. Ball goes forward. Into the path of Featherston. Hulkran picks it. Sorry, that's Tudor picks it up. Haints. Handball to no one in particular. At ground level, it's Forks. It gives it across to... Is that Capra? No, it's Mitchell again. I've called him 3 times.
He's everywhere.
Ball picked off here by Morrison. What's he doing up there? That can't be Morrison.
No, that's Webb.
Webb. We're in the 33, not the 13. I saw the 3 and thought it was 13. Actually, they do clash a bit, these jumpers, the red and the yellow. It's not a clear sort of contrast, is it?
No. I would have thought the red would clash with the black a little bit better. It just seems a bit odd.
Well, see the way the wind's got hold of that ball as it's thrown in. It's given an advantage of about 10 metres to Grovedale's way. Ball comes out. Haints again, tries to crash his way through. Deans is there. What can he do? Ball's just bouncing out of that pack. Umpire says, give it to me. We're going to have a ball up. As little Jackson McLaughlin.
He has a go, doesn't he?
He does. Fella? Yeah. Not much of him.
No.
Up we go again. Headlam wins it, knocks it down. Or is that Dean's trying to crash his way through? Wrapped up by Forks. And the umpire circling says, give it to me. This time, just about on the paint of the 50. St. Joey's. Headlam again wins it, knocks it down. As far as Bogue. Bogue's kick, though, is marked by Lovick. Lovick's almost right in the guts of the ground.
He's gone back to a half bank, and this is his 5th possession for the quarter.
He's pointing to the bloke behind him. Kicks a bit of an up and under, looking for a big grab. Trying to go back and take it was Cameron Delaney. He doesn't take the mark. Ball goes to ground level. Donahue tries to get it out. Delaney again tries to get his way through, kicking off a step. McCullough, and Super Joe puts it out in the full.
He did.
And he told me he's had a haircut.
He got rid of it. I saw him last Sunday and he cut it off because of the pressure from the commentary box.
Yeah,
and rightly so. He couldn't see that himself without that pressure.
Yep. Donahue with the advantage of that breeze. Look at that. He's nearly
it's
kicked
cleared
it.
the pack.
It's cleared the pack, and that's landed in. That's Mitchell again, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's
I reckon
everywhere.
I've called him 5 times.
He's racking them up.
Mitchell goes to the outer side. Oh, second in line is Holgren. He's paid the mark.
He's setting up really well, Mitchell, behind the ball. He's got some really good shape going at the moment.
Is he? Where's he from? Is he another Tasmanian?
He is.
Yep.
Yep.
They'll be used to this. He'll get best on ground today.
He got sunscreen on.
So it's Holgren, and I'm just going to go with the way Donahue's gone with the breeze. He won't get the distance.
This will be top of the square at best.
Yep. He's 45 out, going to kick from about 48. In he comes. Hooks it. I reckon he's put it out in the full.
Yeah, into the nets.
He has. Going for the extra distance.
You've probably got to know your limitations into the teeth of the breeze there.
Yeah, you've got to sort of wheel and go when you're 40, 50 out at this stage
Yep.
and just get it in there
A
quicker.
three-quarter kick. Well, I'd probably take your all there.
So Donahue decides to switch play. Brings it across to Timmy Delaney. If you just called Delaney when Grovedale got it, he got a chance. He goes to his brother in Luke.
Can we get a three-way link, Milky?
Yeah, we liked it
tried
last
very
week,
hard
didn't
last
get there. He goes to Erskine, who's well. They're both well and truly up the ground, the two
Yeah.
forwards.
He
Erskine,
tried the barrel.
he's just kicked it into open space.
Got
He
the wrong
set up
man
a foot
chasing it.
race.
Got the ruckman going after it.
He's picked up the crumbs. No, that's Circuit who's picked it up, gone round the body. Big ball round the body. Almost taking the mark there was the Joey's defender. Comes out to Kershaw. Marks it inside the field of play. Hands over to Lovick. He's under the pump. Oh, he's kicked it over to Lovick. Then gives it over to Ferguson. Ferguson goes right in front of the kick commentary bus.
Look out.
Bouncing footy. Oh, Featherston, just the hip and shoulder there on his opponent. And seeing it over the boundary line is Jackson McLaughlin. Almost right in front of us here. Been travelling how long?
It's a great question, Milky. I'll just have a check.
Yes.
That will be 7 minutes.
7 minutes in this first quarter. One behind to Grovedale. St Joseph's yet to score. Boundary umpire to send the ball in. Headlam goes against Tudor. Headlam wins the knock. Puts it in front. Leading the race is Kershaw. But good work there from Circuit. Did you see that? He grabbed his jumper. Rather than shove him into the fence, he made sure he didn't hit the fence. Well done, Bradley Circuit, because
Could have given him a mouthful of metal
old man
pipe
Kershaw
there.
might have just jumped out of the truck. Yeah, better with your mic on.
I put out the chin in.
Yeah. Ball's out, picked up by Deans. Dishes off the handball at ground level. McLaughlin, just an up and under handball. Knocked down by Adams. Then picked off by Kershaw. Dishes off the handball. Goes to Holgren. In turn, goes to his teammate there in Morrison. Gee, that just sat up in the air.
Unbelievable.
Delaney leads in the race for Grovedale. Puts it out in front of Erskine, who just crashes the pack.
She's physical
Ball at
out
ground
there.
level. It's very, very physical. And we just shoot. No, umpire's letting it go. I thought he would have had a ball up by now. Trying to crash his way through his Circuit. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Ball's dished out. Picking up in defence. Went to ground.
Oh,
Can't
God.
quite see who that St Joey's defender was. It
your
was
boy,
Morrison, was it?
No.
Yep, the glove.
Yep.
He gets it over
Super
to
chat.
Chipped off his
Jimmy
knee.
Allen. Yes, and the ball comes off out the back there. Ferguson. That's a net ball
netball
behind me.
whistle.
I thought I heard the damn whistle because they're just letting it go, which is good stuff. Just can't keep up with it. Ball, it's just...
Well, there's no possession.
No,
It's scrum.
it's just a scrum shoveled forward. I reckon they've picked up in rugby terms there 30 metres gain, Grovedale.
They went back and forth about 20 metres up and down the wing there without anybody picking the ball up.
Yep.
Quick AFL update, 10-3, 63-0.
Wow. No, wouldn't have seen too many picking that off either as the ball umpire. This time he circles and says, no one's getting that out of there. As you'd expect, Speedy Dean's last man up.
Of course.
Good day for him, I reckon.
Oh, it's his day.
Yep, up they go. Headlam is going to dominate today, I reckon. Knocks it down to Deans, who is just set upon, looking at the umpire, the tackler, and that's Haints.
Yeah, big day for Headlam from Grover. He can really just
Because he come into the
orchestrate all
game.
the taps here.
Remember, he came into the game last week. Just
Yeah, he
got on top
slowly
out
got
of
in
third
there,
quarter.
yeah.
Had a really good quarter. Hands out wide. Comes across to Webb. Bouncing ball. Featherston. Quick give. He crossed to his teammate there. I reckon that was McLaughlin. Sends it forward.
Ooh.
Loose ball at the back. Holgren goes towards goal. There's the first one of the game.
One against the flow's pretty good.
Bang.
Yep, early.
To Reece Holgren. St Joey's hit the lead against, not only against the flow, but against the breeze as well.
Yep.
Worked really hard, St Joey's there.
Won't be happy with that one, Grovedale. Waldron, I think it was, just too heavy with the
Yeah,
hands and
he
went
was.
over his teammate, and Holcomb was the only man there. Had plenty of time. It was a good finish.
That's where the rule comes in pretty well there, Barnesy, because normally you just grab that and walk over the line. he had to keep that alive.
Yes.
And comes back into play.
Yep.
Unfortunately, for Grovedale, he's hit it too firm.
You might say it works pretty well, but as an old backman, I don't think that works very well for us.
Well, your options
Not
are
very
limited,
nice.
aren't they?
Yeah. The old days, you would have pretended to trip over and follow the boundary line there.
Yeah.
Gee, Tudor into the ruck went really early, but Headlam still win it. Circuit.
hands.
Good stretch, a good mark there. And that's Measures with the bright green boots. Plenty of them out there. They must have been on special for Joey's. Goes to the outer side, looking for... Was that Holtgren again? It is. Fisted away from him. Picking it off. Oh, and backing himself to try and get through there. Was that Jacob Dale? It may have been.
Was.
Trying to crash his way through. Or his Kelleher. Dishes off the handball. On the end of it is Haints. Dishes it off again.
Got some
Back
runners
to...
here, yep.
Comes back to Reese. Reese, can he put it in front of
a
his
clever
teammate?
kick, is it?
He's put it out in front of McLaughlin. He'll run onto it. Gets a boot on
Nah.
it. Minor score. Was a clever kick.
It was.
McLaughlin probably had a fraction of the time to pick that up.
Oh.
Quick kick
Good
out
grab.
of the fence. Good grab to Father Time himself. Jeepers creepers with Waldron.
He used all of his experience
Yes.
to get that one.
Good catch in the gully, wasn't it? Just went horizontal.
And he actually didn't like the crack about being old enough. I've got older blokes playing Super Rules. He didn't like that one. I used that last week.
Oh, would he be the oldest
Key.
player in the GFL?
Oh, he'd have to be, wouldn't he? Key in turn. Is that Bogue?
It is.
It is.
Oh.
Finds his teammate there. So they've come up, Delaney. This one is Luke.
Got nothing really down the line
No.
here. They need a number to come over.
Again, they've got good
Yeah.
shape behind the ball.
Yeah.
Luke Delaney follows the line, looking for Erskine. Oh, the Morrison, the blanket, gets a fist on it. Lovick, bit of dancing through there. Haints over the top to Reese, back to Haints, and the boundary line. He shoveled over the... Oh, gee, if he got away with that... He was definitely out of bounds.
He was.
I would have lost all confidence in this boundary if he'd got away with that one.
He nearly did.
Yeah, he did. That's what I was worried about. So 1-1 plays one behind. St Joey's way at the 9.5 minute mark. There's probably the 11.5 minute mark. A circuit. Scouts the pack. Puts it out in front of Erskine. Big high bounce. Morrison's right on his hammer.
Ooh.
Could have grabbed that with one hand, but in fact decides to paddle it, and boundary line's a winner. Or I guess 35 around from the Grovedale goals. They trail by one behind on the Blood Toyota scoreboard.
He started well, Morrison, on Erskine. He's forced Erskine up the ground to get his two possessions. So
Up they go. Tudor wins this one. Knocks it down. Trying to get his way through with, I think that was Jimmy Allen. No, it's Kershaw. Yep. Sorry. Not correct. It was Kershaw. Kershaw. There he goes again. Tudor knocks it to the advantage. St Joey's by hand out of the pack. Whistle over the boundary line.
the two hitouts in a row are their first two hitouts for the game.
Jacko Davis, the ground level there. I wish
I think
they'd...
they might not be competing almost here, Grovedale.
Looks a bit like it. Where's Headlam?
He's there.
He's just coming to the pack now. Tudor again knocks it over.
Headlam's
Headlam's
on
off
the
the ground.
bench.
He's
Yeah.
that's
there
what's
you go.
going on.
Yep.
There's 3-on-1 here. That's Buck Donahue that picks it up. Oh, he's got
He's done
McLaughlin.
well along,
He's
young
cooked
fella.
him. Well done. He's got plenty of pace, this
Got a runner
Jackson.
out here.
He's got Reese. Needs to hit the target. He's got him. He's got another one. Down the line he goes. Had it spent, did Kelleher. But he takes the mark. Got the little bun in the oven there at the back of his head. Into the hot spot. Oh! Featherstone almost takes a beauty.
He got up, the big fella.
Waldron tackled immediately. The umpire says, give it to me. Gee, he landed on you. You'd be in a bit of strife. Big
Yes.
Featherstone.
He's a good sized unit, isn't he?
He is. Then on my diet. Up they go. It's,
I don't think
Coming.
it's all food, Milky.
I reckon that was Zach Smith.
Yeah, Zach Smith's come on to pitch it in the ruck.
What are you saying? My diet's not all food.
Oh, I think there might be a few.
You've got to have time for a
barley
frothy.
hops and
You've got to have a few time for frothies. Well, it's just hard work calling footy, you know.
it is.
Yeah. Especially when Buzz is not here to hand over to.
Yeah.
It's Zach Smith knocks it down at ground level. Ball comes out.
Your man.
Webb. Then it goes back to his opponent there in Costello. Costello gets it across to Key. I got criticised for calling him Keys last week because there's only one of him.
They're going to have to be precise working it through here because there's two loose Joeys back. They're setting up as
He's just come
Kershaw
off the
said.
ground, speedy.
Yep.
That's why they're struggling to get past this half-back line because Joey's have set
There's no
up
movement, is
perfectly.
there?
No.
There's no movement for them, and you
Long bomb. That's as far as he's ever kicked it in his
Yes.
life, Speedy Deans. Gets it loose, ball out wide. A pick up here by Capra into the Lovick territory. He goes to ground. Out the back it goes again to Capra. The queuing up. Oh, Speedy Deans almost pulled in a beauty. But the ball near the boundary line. Boundary umpire circling. He's looking. No, umpire has pulled it out and said, we won't let it go out of bounds. We'll have a ball up on what from here looks like it must be about a metre inside
Yes.
play.
Don't throw it over, umpire.
Yep, it was said to me before the game that with the wind out here, it'll most of the time spent over the other side of the ground as Whitney tries to crash his way through. Circuit, then Deans. What a threesome that is. Ball at ground level, and we'll have that throw in.
Could we drive the truck over at half-time, Milky, do you reckon? Or during the quarter, a bit of driving commentary?
Well, if we ever get this thing a bit mobile, maybe we can have a mobile commentary.
We should go end-to-end when we get a big full forward one day.
As Tudor gets it, finish up with Rees. He's dispossessed. Or could have got a free kick against him there. Grovedale boys putting their hands in the air. Nothing doing.
I thought there was a free kick there, Milky.
Yeah, me too. Good tackle on that occasion from Blocky Wright, I reckon it was. Ball comes out. Circuit. Been really good so far. Crashes his way through even. And there's a free kick to St Joey's player at the bottom of the pack. Or comes out to Ferguson. Ferguson's hands not really good. Good pick up there, boys. That Super Joe picked it up with the one hand. Ball comes back. Throw, he says.
Yep, good call.
Morrison.
Jordy Erskine, could he go the journey here with the wind?
Oh, I just hate that rule. Throw the ball back. You've got the thing thrown in your direction.
That's right.
I hate that rule. Don't worry about it. Erskine. Bang, he goes. He's only 80 out. He's only 80 out. He's got the distance. He was.
He was
80 metres out. He's kicked a minor score.
I'm with you on that one.
That wind might be stronger than I reckon. Been going about 13 minutes, have we, Barnsey?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'd say 16.
16. Someone down the front's paid more attention than you, Barnsey. Coming out from full back is Measures. Goes to the outer side. 1, 2. No, fisted away by the Featherston at the bottom of that. Picked off by Whitney. Whitney goes round the pack to the hot spot, leading the race. I thought Delaney was leading in the race, but he's decided to flip it into Lockie Wright territory. Can he keep it in? He does. Oh, he's just squared that up.
Out of bounds.
Oh, how lucky would that have been if he wasn't out of bounds?
I think he was trying to kick a banana too, and he ended up kicking it the opposite direction.
But he's hit Lee Ellis.
Yeah. Yep.
Had it not been out of bounds. So it's a throw in. 8 metres around from the Grovedale goal. Spinning ball. Up it goes. That's Delaney that won the tap. A good win there. Picked off. Finishes up with Super Joe McCooler. Oh, good work there by Whitney. What can him and Forks doing in battle? Ball comes out. Oh, real quick kick by Haints, but it's all Grovedale. Picked up by Headlam. He'll create Bedlam, and he does. Headlam comes back to Boak, who's there to help him out. There he goes. Oh, gee, Waldron goes back to Headlam. It wasn't Boak, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they start thinking the ruckman, don't they?
Yeah. Headlam, just a bit of a big mung chip in the air. Almost come off, though. Trying to crash his way through his hickey. Dishes off the handball. Back to Measures. He overruns it. Picked up by Dale. Oh, did Erskine? I thought Erskine almost marked that. Lovick, dispossessed. Ball at ground level. Capra. Can he find a teammate? Jacko Davis dishes off the handball. Cross to Ferguson. Cross to Kelleher. He drops it. Ferguson again, but it's in the path of Grovedale. They're chipping in. Can they? Speedy Deans, bottom of the pack, dishes it off. Dale again. Here he goes, Ellis. This time he goes to goal, and he got it.
Good pressure from Grover. They locked it in up that end for a while there.
Yeah, just that pressure in the midfield when they were turning it over. St Joseph's then by hand, trying to chain out, but just the pressure was too much for him.
Yeah, cough it up once, you make it blue, and they make you pay.
Yep.
Good finisher, Ellis. We saw last week he was an integral part of their sort of fight back. He's definitely very handy around that half-forward line. He celebrated early, so he knew he was going to kick it.
Yeah.
Long time coming.
So we've been going 19 minutes, I reckon. 1-2-8 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard is Grovedale. 1-1-7 against the flow is St Joey's. Back in the guts. And where's Buzz? It doesn't take that long to wash. When you don't have any mud on you, mate. Have a shower.
Comfortable win as well. He could have just nicked off a little bit earlier.
Scrawny rig.
Yeah, that's it. You know those little bath soaps that you get in the motels? He wouldn't even use half one of them.
And a face washer to dry himself.
Ball's on the outer side. Picked off by Reese. Just kicks it out to his teammate there in Tudor. Doesn't take the mark. Trying to put his head down was Adams. Haints. He tries to take it through, but at the bottom of that's Whitney. Ball out the back. Goes to Coldwell. And now ground level. Whitney again goes back, picks up the crumbs. Spears a pass to Erskine. Was a ripping pass.
Almost put a hole in him.
Yeah, Erskine. Oh, he's just laid it off. Poor kick. He could have kicked that. Jordan. Ball is going to finish up. No, Capra out of bounds. Ducks the tackle. Then gets away from the tackle back to Lovick. Lovick's dispossessed. Still under pressure here. Grovedale off a step. I hope he doesn't kick his. I don't know who the hell it was.
He's goaled it.
It's Bogue. I think it was
Bogue.
Bogue.
He's one getting the pats on the head. I've got my eyes on him. That's him running towards us. Just put the hand up now.
Bogey.
I reckon it's Bogue.
Yep. Former Werribee VFL listed player.
Well, you should know him.
I do know him. That's why I said it was Bogey.
Yeah, that's right. So on the Blood Toyota scoreboard at the 20.5-minute mark of this first quarter, it's Grovedale, 2-2. They lead St Joseph's 1-1.
18 minutes to get the first, Barnesy, and 30 seconds to get the next.
There's a bit of a rush kick out of the pack, and the Joey's players weren't too sure. I think one of them was lining up to take the kick in, but the umpire was certain about it. But they're getting a little bit of reward now, Grovedale, after they should have probably kicked a couple more by this stage.
Denning and Headlam. Headlam wins it again. Off the deck he goes. Free kick going, and why wasn't it paid advantage? It landed in Delaney's arms.
Yeah.
So the free kick to Bogue. Just bombs it. Look at the kick! Good Lord! He's kicked that in from the centre of the ground, and it's got out of bounds next to the point post.
He'd barely had a run up too.
Yeah.
It's not like he winded up for a monster kick. And Erskine thought he bodied well and got position. It went over his head.
Interesting to see how Grovedale set up next quarter if they go with a +1.
Yeah.
With this
Look
breeze.
at this.
Yeah.
No one. Sorry, that's bad radio. There's no one forward of the centre of the ground.
Correct.
In they come. Ball at ground level. Trying to crash his way through there. Key. But it's picked up by Morrison. Dishes off by hand to a waiting Kershaw. The old 1-2 bounces up for Morrison. Does it? No, it doesn't. Now they're claiming he kicked it out on... No, but it's touched over the line, says the boundary.
They go and deliver it, were they?
They were going to deliver it. Yep.
He sort of shuffled it a little bit, but it would be very harsh.
It's more a fumble. And
It's the stupidest rule going around that. Deliberate. If they need to bring in either last man to touch it, it's a free kick, or else forget about it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ball comes out. Picked off a gang tackle there. I reckon that might be Adams that's in the middle of that tackle. No, it's McLaughlin. So we'll have a ball up. 55 out from the Grovedale goal. They lead by 7 points. Into the path of Speedy Deans. No, it's gone past him. Trying to crash his way through was Dale, and he says, nah,
Interesting matchup if
that.
they get it down quickly. Headlam's isolated on Super Joe down there. It could be dangerous.
So it's Ferguson, spears the path. Pass even.
That's 4 kicks to there, I reckon, Barnes.
Yeah.
Fine.
He looks nervous though, the rucker. He doesn't know where he's running.
No.
Finds his teammate in Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen, a little spearing one again. He finds McLaughlin.
That's 2 and they're only on the wing.
Yeah, that's it.
And they were going back further as well.
Yeah.
McLaughlin. Just puts it up in the air. At the front is Holmgren. Gets fisted away from him. Good defence. Knocked at ground level. Leading in the race. Oh, gee, and he was dispossessed. Was Bo McNamara, I reckon. And we'll have it thrown right underneath the scoreboard. The Blood Toyota scoreboard. 2-2-14 Grovedale. 1-1-7 St Joey's. 60 around from the Joey's goal. Up they go. Headlam again. Been in everything in his first quarter. Going to ground was Boak looking for a free kick. Umpire's going to ping him. Going to ping him for that. The free kick's to Super Joe. He's only 55 out. No, they've taken it off him. Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen's got the free kick. Gonna have to use it, not just bomb it. And he does the latter. Goes to the smallest man on the ground, and he almost marks it.
A lot of kicks to that dead pocket at the moment.
Yeah.
They really need to start coming attacking this side of if they're going to score, I reckon. Bring the ball in through the corridor and try and come out this top side.
It's in the cricket wickets, and the ball comes out of there. Featherston, good use of the body on Headlam. Back of the pack, Adams. Speedy Deans nearly split him in half as the ball comes back to ground level. There's a lot of this going on today. McLaughlin again, round onto the left, bouncing ball. Featherston, they just peel off. He got one in the goal square, measures. He's missed him. Goes over his head, picks it up. Can he get around his opponent? Dishes off the handball to Kershaw. He's not a noted goal kicker, but he's a good passer, and he's put it into it down the throat of Jimmy Deans. Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Deans.
Jimmy Allen.
Well, Speedy Deans was next to him. I got it all mixed up, all right?
You combine the two. That's all right.
Oh, dear.
That was all happening.
It's Buzz's fault. I haven't had a rest. Should have had a beer by now. Very important kick here for Jimmy Allen. 2-2, plays 1-1. He'll score. He's only 25 out. In he comes. The wind's got hold of it. As did happen in the reserves. It hooks very much to the left. 1-2-8, plays 2-2-14 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard.
Looked awkward kicking that, didn't
it was.
Yeah, it didn't look right.
Father time, Waldron. Haven't got a lot left, Waldron. Get rid of it.
Oh, gee.
The ball comes out, finds his teammate. in Luke Ford. Oh, gee whiz,
Sweep
that
it
could have been.
perfectly.
Over to Timmy Delaney. Goes back to Ford. Ford gets around one. Now he's under the pump. Comes out to Key. Little spearer into the middle. Finds Circuit. He's been really good in this first quarter. Goes back with it to Waldron. Now they decide to go out the other side. But the kick's just about eluded everybody, and it does go straight past Cameron Delaney and over the boundary line.
Kicking from full back's almost one possession to there, isn't it? And
Just about, mate.
Probably had five or that was probably the fifth possession there.
I reckon you just
Maybe
about,
more,
I reckon you either go a long bomb or a 15-metre kick and then the long bomb. None of this mucking around with it.
Kick to yourself, maybe get that extra,
Yep.
and then you got the big blokes there.
It took about 10 possessions to get it that far. Up they go. Featherston in the ruck at the moment. Knocked down. Wish they'd get rid of that netball whistle. Free kick, paid advantage to Headlam. Headlam pops it up. Delaney's at the back. Capra's there with him. Lovick goes the flip, gives it across to Tudor. Then across to Hickey. Hickey tries to put it out in front of Kershaw. Needs to get a kind bounce. He's got Speedy Deans on his hammer and hammers him. Gets a free kick for too high. That's Kershaw. Father on his feet.
Hasn't kicked it yet.
Yeah, was about to.
He
Key
fell over it.
just hit the invisible man.
He did.
Goes in the centre of the ground. Haints takes a good mark. Davis in front of his leads. Ignores him. Haints then just puts it long and up in the Makula direction. He's got two to beat. Getting take a good mark on that occasion was Caldwell. Out wide, puts it in front of Delaney. Bounces off his chest again. Spearing kick, in it goes, puts it in front of Hulkgren. But there he is, Waldron. Father Time picks it up.
No.
Hot. Picked up by Haints. Haints looking to give it off to someone. Finds Jacko Davis.
Might not be that much of a better option there from Haynes. He might have been better off kicking that to the goal
straight in
there.
front.
He's just as far out.
Yeah. He's almost got to go to the centre of the points here, I reckon. Definitely right side of the right goal post.
Yep.
And because you've seen them, they just peel back. I watched the reserves, and they just seem to, whether it's the protection of the rooms or whatever, as soon as it gets out of that, they just go way left.
Well, if anyone's going to kick it, Milky, to be Jacko Davis.
Yeah.
One of the most skillful going around.
He's man on the mark is 35 out. He probably kicked from about 40. In he comes. Gone very, very wide. And look at that.
Yeah,
He's
you're
almost
right.
missed everything.
Yep.
Featherston's there. Goes through for a minor score. What do you mean, yeah, I'm right? Of course I'm right.
Those kind of shots today are the ones you don't want to be taking.
Yeah.
You want to be getting shots closer to goal.
Yeah,
You're
I
almost
reckon
better off
within
just
30,
chipping it up
35
there.
maximum,
Yeah.
Or even from the other side. Everything from this side is just going way left.
Yep.
It's going to be almost too hard to get it to swing right from especially out this side.
Blood Toyota scoreboard 1-3-9 St Joseph's. They trail Grovedale 2-2-14. Donahue to do the kicking out. Now, what's Buck going to do? I would suggest you kick the cover off it, son.
Yep.
And he
Straight up
does.
the middle.
He's kicked it almost to the centre of the ground. Oh,
What a big
almost
fella.
a good mark to the big fella there. The big ruckman in Denning. Ball sent back.
there we go.
What a cracker!
Hulkgren.
There's a nomination.
United Petroleum.
Absolutely.
Yep. I'll write that one down.
Hulkgren. Over the top.
First quarter. And if you know what time it is, which I wouldn't expect.
Mate, I've got you.
And just quietly, he's in much better position to have a shot at goal here.
Well, that's the channel you want to be in,
Yeah,
isn't it,
that's
Milky?
exactly it, mate.
That's the risk you take with going up the middle and the kick-ins as well. It opens things up if you turn it over.
In he comes, Hulkgren. Distance won't be a problem. He puts it way out to the right, and it stayed out there.
Yep.
So Hulkgren kicks a minor score after taking a cracking mark. So it's 1-4-10 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard. 24-minute mark. Is that a 9? Go back to school and learn how to write. 2-2-14 to 1-4-9 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard. This time it's Waldron. Decides to go to the outer side. Bit of a floater. Up it goes. Oh!
That's better.
The big headlam.
More numbers.
Creating more bedlam. Dishes up by hand. Goes to his teammate down to Erskine. Fisted away from him by Morrison. That's almost a mark, because if Erskine didn't get a hand on it. Ball goes to ground level. Stacks on. Umpire says, give it to me.
He didn't sell it very well, though, did he? He kept playing on. He could have held it up.
Now he asked him. A bit late, Zach. He just certainly got it. When you get it the second time, hold it up the umpire and say, this is mine, champ. The blanket wouldn't know anything about that.
The human glove.
Yep. Ball down. Ferguson waiting for the high tackle and waited for the whistle and it didn't come. Umpire says, see, the trouble is the tackle was from little Speedy Dean, so the umpire's going to say, no chance. Cannot get anyone high.
Cannot.
Yeah, it's not possible. Up we go again. 60 out.
Oh,
Oh,
On the
just
fly.
good roving there. Buzz Buck Donahue.
Yep.
Ball comes out the back. Comes down to Hickey. Can't quite pick it up, but he gets off a handball anyway. Goes to Dale. Everyone's pointing,
bounds.
so it's gone out of bounds. 30 and a half minutes gone this first quarter. 4-point margin.
Be a good result for Joey's if they can just hold this
I
up
would've
and not
thought
let them get another goal. They'd be pretty happy with this
Disappointed here,
quarter.
Grovedale. Only 4 points up with that breeze. Knocking it clear. And over the boundary line was Denning for St Joseph's.
21 hit outs to 4, boys.
Wow. So Denning to do battle with Caldwell.
Whistle
Another
here.
throw in. Another netball whistle. Get rid of them. They should have a different tone or something. The ball goes over the top, knocked down. They should. So it comes down. I think that was either Reed Adams, I think, at the bottom of that.
It's a nil draw, that one.
Yeah. Too far away. The game's going to be over there all day. Bit unfortunate. But as the umpires paid a free kick here for a Shepherd against Capra. That might be Denning. I just saw the whiskers. That might be Denning that's paid against.
The ruckman, yep.
Benny be happy that I've pinged him for there. It's Caldwell.
Got to line it up here.
Very important. He's going to kick right from the paint of 50. Distance will not be a problem. He's hung on to it. Kicked it left. Has he missed everything?
No,
Gone through for a minor score. 2 goals, 3-15 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard are Grovedale. They lead St Joseph's 1 goal, 4-10. 31 and how many gone?
Yeah, 30, 32.
32.
We'll go with, I reckon.
Long quarter.
Yeah. Plenty of stoppages.
A lot of stoppages, yeah. Well, we've had 25 hit outs.
Measures. Kicks out in front of Ballarat safety. It amuses me. Ballarat safety is looking after Grovedale. As the ball goes, he kicks it in. A big floater. Ball dispossessed. Oh, trying to crash his way
we
through
go,
with
they're
that
out
web.
here.
Numbers.
Kelleher. Can they do something with this? Bouncing the footy, puts it out in front of the running McLaughlin. McLaughlin gives it back to his teammate. Puts it down.
yes.
Oh, good mark. Good kick, Good kick across to Allen. I'm trying to work out who it was that brought it forward.
So it was
Was
McLaughlin.
it Jacko Davis that was running with the footy? I'm not sure.
McLaughlin handed it off.
Yep.
Not sure who kicked it, though.
They brought the ball in. The real quick runner on the outer side. It's him over the cricket nets.
That's Webb.
Webb. That was Webb that was the runner. Allen's already had a look. He's dead in front this time. This
That's
time
better
he's
kick.
put
He
it...
learnt from it.
Wow, we did not see that. I thought I was waiting more on the siren than a goal. There,
Yeah,
and there
it
it
was.
is.
That was some really
Right
good
on
play
the
against
siren.
the Breeze.
2 goals, 4 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard. At quarter time, St Joseph's get the lead with that last foray forward.
That's probably the best passage of play all day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2-3-15 to 2-4-16.
They'll be
on the-
disappointed, Grovedale, with that. They didn't
Oh.
compete at that kick-in.
No,
Yeah.
that's
It
it.
was a free ball for St
There was-
Joseph to run it out.
There were about 4 of them on that back side to run
Yep.
it through. And they'll be-
Absolutely.
especially with in the last sort of 30 seconds of the quarter, they'll be very grumpy about that one, the coaching
They
staff.
will be very grumpy.
Very grumpy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
very
they'll be
grumpy.
grumpy, are you?
I don't think they've moved from
I'm
the, up
guessing
the
they'll
top
be
yet.
pissed off. I don't think
Yeah.
they'll be grumpy.
They haven't moved from their coach's box yet, so I think they're just trying to cool themselves down a little bit
before I
they
go
get
down.
out.
A little bit of
Kill
composure.
within 50 metres of you. As the umpire holds the
Smart.
ball aloft
Hoping you were the loose man.
to start
Game
this
smart.
second
That's what it
quarter.
is.
Let's see what St Joey's can do with the advantage of the breeze. Up they go. I'll actually give that one to Denning. Ball, but it goes to the advantage of Boak. Tries to get his way through. Haints wrapped up in the tackle. Try to crash his way through again, is Haints, but Speedy Deans is all over him. Umpire says, give it to me. And you know what, Buzz? You can have a crack.
No worries, Milky. Enjoyed the
I'm
call.
nearly hoarse.
Have a rest, mate.
Enjoyed the call on the way in. Thought you were pretty cod ordinary, but the other boys were impressive. Kirsch on the stats, very, very good. Stacks on the mill anyway. Ball hasn't moved far.
I might let you go over this whole of this second quarter. See how you go.
Grovey with the loose man back early. Kirsch,
Yeah,
you said they might
I did
try
think that,
Looks
yes.
like Lovick will be free, though, for St Joey's.
Over the top, Headlam. Sounded like he had an impressive first turn. Was beaten that time, though. Ferguson goes on the preferred right boot. Just hooks it around. just
Oh,
half
there's a
forward.
spare man.
That always
The
beats the
bounce
spare
over
man.
the
that
spare
doesn't it?
man. And now McLaughlin just tumbles one inside 50. Featherston was out positioned. It was tapped towards the boundary. And I reckon it'll be found in the end and is ushered over by Jordan Harrison. And we'll throw it in about 20 around from home for the Tigers.
The loose man's only good if it goes to him.
Yeah, that's right. That bounced straight over his head. So it's Delaney that we're talking about, the loose man. That's Cameron Delaney.
They're going to have to hold up Lovick in some way here, Grovey.
are.
They can't let him roam free and keep him in attack.
No.
Oh, look at that lunatic going past there. As the ball comes down to Super Joe. Boy, bounced. He's smothered. And we'll have a ball up again, this time 25 out.
What they're going to
They're
try
almost straight in front of you, St. Joey's.
Yep.
They can pinch it out of the air here.
Barnesy, what they're going to try and do is manipulate Lovick to be the deepest if they can, and not allow him to be the loose. But you know what Lovick's like; he can be the loose when he's when we haven't got a +1.
Yeah.
Ball's just been sort of going nowhere.
Legged.
Umpire says he was legged, the Grovedale defender. That's Ford. Dishes off to Whitney. Whitney's deep in the pocket. But his handball. Handball is straight out of bounds. Umpire says throw it in.
Wasn't a great handball from Luke Ford. Putting up under a bit of pressure. And it showed. So he handballed about 5 metres further on from where the free kick was taken. So still 25 or so around from goal for the Tigers. Thrown in. Good battle, Headlam. Give that one to him. Reached over the top. Look at Speedy Deans go. Hard at it. Beat Ferguson to it. But once more, players all come in and stack on, and we'll throw it up.
Buzz first quarter, 21-5 hit outs in favour of Grovedale.
Yeah.
So it's an area they're going to dominate in.
Heard you say that, Kirsch. It's that's an impressive differential so early.
Yeah.
There it is again. Headlam just stayed down and palmed it down impressively as they try to weave their way out. Good tackle by Ferguson though to stop them getting out the back door, and they'll have another repeat stoppage.
That tackle was by Fawkes. Please don't get that one wrong. If you're going to make a mistake on anyone, don't make a mistake on him, all right? They go again. Oh, big early jump by Featherstone. Nothing wrong with that, says the umpire. And the ball, they're just happy, both sides just happy to do this. Just stoppage after stoppage after stoppage.
12-4 clearances in the first two, Buzz, to go hand in hand with those hit outs. So it's a dominant area of their game at the moment.
Up we go again. Featherstone just flips it out. Goes as far as Delaney. That's Tim, I reckon, that one. Up and under. Oh! Almost. Caldwell taking a good mark. And, oh no, that was Zach Smith. And they're both out there, are they? Headlam
they
and
are.
Zach Smith. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Just going forward.
Yeah, they've been flirting with that combo at the start of the season, as I'm sure you've noticed, Kirsch. Didn't use it last week, but obviously, as you say, they're trying to seek that advantage today, and it's working so far.
It is.
Joey's get the ball out. Bogue, who was so impressive last week against Leopold, gets the kick away. Only
Good tackle.
a really good tackle on Hickey. He was wrapped up quickly. Morrison comes in to lend a hand, but nothing doing, and we'll throw it up right on centre wing, outer side, just inside the boundary. So still only 1 point the margin.
I think everyone tipped St. Joey's to win. Buzz, you with that? Or
Yeah, I would have gone Joey's before we started. So it seems like Grovey have brought their A game, Milky.
Yeah, they have, mate. It's been... well, probably had they not got that goal on the siren, you might have just given the points to Grovedale in that first quarter. Up they go. Oh, Headlam again.
Yeah.
Just dominating the ruck. Knocks it. Pushed forward. On the bottom of that is Erskine. Dishes it off to Speedy Deans in turn. Goes across to Delaney. That's Cameron. Ball out wide. Oh, Bogue. His hands to Donahue. Donahue's kick just a grubber along the ground.
Oh, well
good
done.
enough. Well, good, really good work there. I reckon that was Dale at ground level. Ball out wide. Just going forward. Lovick. So that can't have been Dale because there he is right there. He's tackling Lovick.
Might have been Alice.
Might have been Alice. Ball out the back. They've
pressure.
missed all the targets here. Oh, good tackle on Reese, I reckon that is. And
It's umpire's
umpire
call
circling.
here.
He's
He's
gone.
pinging
He's
him.
pinged
He's got
him.
him.
He's pinged
Got
him.
him.
He gone. I reckon it's Reese at the bottom of that pack, and it is.
Yeah. Good
And
result for Grovey's pressure there. They hounded straight back on them. That's what you got to
Lucky
do
right.
when you're into the wind.
Lockie Wright would have kicked 1,000 of these at training. Know what it's like in that pocket. No intention of passing off by the looks, Buzz.
No. Tough one. It is into a breeze by the look of
Yeah.
it.
We saw in the last quarter, Joey's boys kicked 3 on the full out that area. So
He's got to start it way across the face, doesn't he?
He comes
gonna
in.
He's not. He's giving it a go.
He wants to
Oh,
make
a
the
bit of
dish it
candy.
and then improve the angle, and then it goes high up and under. Why make the journey?
you can't do
An
3 different
easy
things.
grab. It's a strange
Gotta stick
option
to
in the end. Denning gave it to Kershaw quickly to go out wide. It's good use, and they've got overlapping run here, Joey's. It's in the hand of Brenton Rees on his defensive 50. The kick misses the target, though. It's over the head of Super Joe, who's rolling with some more fresh wheels, I noticed, Milky. Since Anzac Day, he's upgraded to another fluorescent pair.
And he's had a haircut. He's cut the bun off.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's cut the bun off. He let us know that it was annoying. Our commentary about his bun was annoying him.
Oh, that's disappointing. Ball's
Yeah.
out of play anyway. Just forward to centre wing. I really
Peer
like what
group
Super
pressure
Joe
got
brings
to
to the
him.
table.
Yes.
They'll be tossed in, Headlam and Denning this time. Bit of a neutralised battle there. Ball still at ground level, paddled towards the boundary, kept in just. And that was Jimmy Allen who got the snap inside 50. Super Joe, the man we speak of, couldn't gather it cleanly, and bounces out just inside 50 and it'll be thrown in.
Right on the paint of 50, I reckon. Buzz maybe a fraction out. So it'll end up being, the way the wind will get it, the ball will finish up inside the arc of the 50. Headlam knocks it down to no one in particular. Ball comes to the loose ball. Deans gets a quick handball out. Bogue then across to Circuit, who was good in the first quarter, but his kick's chopped off by the loose man in Lovick. Lovick quickly across the measures. Oh, just an up and under mongrel. Top of the square. Oh, I thought he almost took that mark, but it comes out. The good intercept by Grovedale again. That's Costello. Comes out to Erskine, who's come down the ground. Taking a mark right in the defensive 50. He's still in the arc. Erskine. Where's he going with this? Decides to just kick it along the line. Oh, gee, good work there. Delaney's fisted away from him. Ball goes down the line. It misses Caldwell and goes over the boundary line.
Defended really well there, Grovedale.
Yep.
Yeah, they held up a couple of times, particularly after that mark that wasn't paid to one of the Delaney's. They could have. Joey's almost burst through them.
Thrown in. Headlam again, double-handed over the top, only as far as Ferguson, though he was met by 3 Tigers. Couldn't quite. McLaughlin handball.
2 lucky ones.
Wasn't sure it was a handball. It is very tight and scrappy. They tried to get it out. Deans just put his head over it and had to go and did really well, the Madison medalist.
He got
Still,
squashed.
it's just pinballing around. Finally, it comes out, and they might have some release here, Grovedale. In the middle of the ground, they go very, very wide. Sets Lockie right. A big task against Measures. Does pretty well. He wants a sanctuary of the boundary, though. What's the decision? Throw in, says the umpire, on centre wing out of side.
Be disappointed with that growth. They got free air and they got a break through the middle, and he sort of had to kick it out to the flanks.
They've basically ended up the same place on the other side of the green.
Yeah. Yes.
They should have at least been deep into attack. On that
absolutely.
occasion.
Slightly forward to centre wing. Grovedale's advantage here, but the spinning ball comes in. Headlam wins it, knocks it down. Bogue coming through. His kick smothered at ground level. Oh, good tackle. He goes back and applies a tackle, does Bogue. On the... Is that Jacko Davis at the bottom of that pack? Had a guess.
Yep.
It is...
It was, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Good guess, Milky. As the ball goes up again. Oh, good jump there by our mate Denning.
It went early.
He did go early, didn't he? And the umpire says, give it to me. He's going off now, Denning. Is that enough?
Have they got a replacement?
Interesting. He's going to go up.
Tudor.
Not a bad replacement. Headlam won his own tap, I reckon, in the end. Good tackle. Umpire circling. Can't ping him for that. And be thrown up again. So
Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that as a player standing around with their hands in the air.
No.
Get in and do something about it.
The
Don't
umpire will
stand there
blow the
calling
whistle.
cabs.
He'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, don't like that at all.
So we're at the point of the square, heading towards the outer side on centre wing. Comes into the middle of the ground. They might have the numbers here, Grovedale, and they're out. Oh, well done, Lovick. And then just
Brilliant.
attacked the contest and then followed up. Brilliantly done by Lovick, but then the spare just couldn't quite take the mark. That was Delaney. Super Joe spins out of trouble, gets a kick kind of towards goal. It pitches on end on end.
What did that do, that ball?
It bounced very, very funny. It's the beauty of our game. Ball still inside 50. Great pickup. Now they have a big chance here. Spinning on goals. Davis does not come back enough. Left it out to the right-hand side.
What an
Too
attack
far.
by Lovick. That was
Yeah,
terrific,
Brilliant, wasn't it?
It was another case, though, again, Grovedale had numbers and they didn't use them. They sort of just tried to kick to nobody in particular.
Yeah.
Like we saw with Joey's running it with hands in the first quarter. They've got to do the same thing into the wind here, Grovedale.
Waldron comes out to McNamara. He takes the mark in the back pocket, taking his time to work out what he's going to do with it. Just kicks it into the breeze and it sits up.
Bounced off his
Should have
head.
taken that, Jimmy Allen, and end up dropping it, I think. And the ball goes punched clear and over the boundary line. I think he got a surprise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he was expecting the contact and he was surprised when it didn't come.
He falconed himself.
So be thrown in. Sorry, Milky.
So that's all right.
I'll jump in.
Just going to Cry Bay Health scoreboard. 2-3 plays 2-5.
Yeah, just the one score in this quarter so far. We've played how many minutes, Bunsey? 13
See
minutes.
about that? I've got 10 and a half.
Well, we'll go somewhere in the middle and
I'll say
we'll pick the median.
Thing is,
11 and a half.
I started at this time, so I'm going to say 10 and a half on that
I would go with Barnsley this time.
Yeah.
Were you guessing?
10 and a half.
Yeah, Matt,
Thanks to the Cry
we
Bay
were
Health
trusting
group.
you, Matty.
Tossed in, the throw-in evades all the ruckmen as it went with the breeze. Headlam at ground level was terrific then, won his own footy. Allen lays a strong tackle, as you'd expect from the Joey.
he knew. I don't think
umpires,
so.
They come out and he dragged it back. So
That's the old, I want to pluck something out of there to free it up, I
free up the
reckon.
game.
Had enough.
Yep. So Alan, the recipient, the man I mentioned, just drives it inside 50 to the hot spot. Pack forms. Ball gun level. Super Joe had one arm pulled. Ferguson, left foot stab.
Oh, there's a player there.
And then it's good goalkeeping. I reckon there's McNamara back there. Then goes quickly to Father Time himself, Waldron. He's at half back. Just inside his own defensive half, Paul Waldron. So once more, good setup in defence
Doesn't like
from
the
Grovedale.
references to his age either, Buzz, so keep him up.
Goes short, finds David McNeil. Just wheels and
This is the kick
goes
that one
down
with.
centre wing. It falls very short. Erskine was just caught behind, couldn't get any hands to it. Ball still at ground level though. Trying to work it out, Joey. Super Joe tumbles
out.
one inside 50. Inverted torpy. Probably meant that too. Just extracting some more urine as the ball trickles out of play. He's paid deliberate.
No, he's paid
holding
holding.
man.
And the man saw too. I think that's Luke Ford down there
Yeah.
Good tackle.
Against Webb.
Did he hold
against
him?
Webb. So the hold says Kirsch. I think you might be right too. He's
Yeah,
slow to get up, Luke
He
Ford.
paid holding the man, but it was just I think he actually stopped him from rolling into the fence, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm not sure he really held him that long. I think it was one of those play
Yeah, I don't think you can take
He's
his
corked
kick
him, I
here,
reckon.
Luke Ford. He's
He's corked him, I reckon.
yeah, I think he's got a nice
he's holding.
corky,
Yeah.
or he's short of breath. One of the two.
No, I reckon he's corked him.
Yeah, he looks. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
limping. Got a limp up.
Yeah.
So he's not fit to take the kick.
He'll try and get a sneaky one here, though.
Yeah.
Don't know why, he's got the ball
Down on
anyway.
his haunches. The ball hugs the line. It'll fall short again. Cobbles up high. The ball out of play. Just forward to centre wing for Grovedale. So 2 points to margin thanks to the Cryobo Health Group. 13 played, second term.
Mitchell knows how to do it. He got the fist and then the second grab and claimed it.
Yep.
We mentioned Zach Morrison didn't do that in the first quarter. Up they go. Tudor and Headlam. Ball at ground level. Jimmy Allen applying the tackle on his opponent there in Lee Ellis. So we'll have a ball up. Up they go. Tudor went early. Didn't get the tap though. Bogue tries to just push it forward. Caldwell at ground level. Still got hold of the footy. All over him are the Joey's players. Ball comes out the back to Mitchell. Manages just to get a little bit of a toe on it. Comes out the back Costello across to McNamara. McNamara wide and wide and wide. And it just keeps rolling wide and wide and wide. And come on, umpire. That's the one they do on the telly. That's deliberate.
They keep getting sucked to that spot, don't they, Kurt?
Yeah, they do
it's-
every time.
Yep.
Again, they had an extra man out that side to handball it and run it through with, and they could have run an extra 20 metres and kicked it into their forward 50, but they're sort of blindly just kicking it in hope at the moment.
Yep. Spot on, Barnesy.
2-3 plays 2-5.
That's it. 2 points to margin. Headlam again over Tudor. McLaughlin. Oh, no, excuse me. That was. What was it down there? It was Hates, I think. Kick down the line. Waldron was up high. Couldn't gather. Just went in the one hand and ball out of play. Just down from centre wing. So scrappy second term. Not much scoring at all. Just the one behind for the quarter.
14 minutes with only one score.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the good one.
It's the close one.
It's a
Yeah, it
close
is a close
contest
one, yeah.
anyway. Tudor did well against Zach Smith that time. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Erskine attacks it very well in front of Morrison. Took a couple with him or tried anyway.
He did, didn't he?
Then wheeling round Adams on his non-preferred right boot inside 50.
Oh,
Father time one-hander. Beautifully
Put
done.
it down. Put it down.
Put it down. He's being held with one arm and marked it with
United
the other.
Petroleum.
Yep.
Erskine just shoveled it down. A 2-on-2 contest. You might win this too. Erskine does. Handballs with his one non-prosthetic hand. And now they just charge out
Oh,
of
but
defence. Donahue
one
was
too
run
many.
down. One too many Milkies right, and they take the advantage. Adams inside 50. Fist came from McNamara out the back. They rushed at him. I'm not
Rushed
sure
it,
they're
yeah.
taking the
Joey's.
advantage. Reed Adams it was. He apologises.
And Webb actually going nuts at centre half forward.
Yeah.
Going, he just telling the boys, just
Lower
slow
the
down,
eyes.
slow it down,
Yep.
you know.
Ball's
Slow
out of
down,
play
yeah,
anyway.
Lower the eyes
He
as
did,
well.
yeah.
Yep.
It
20
was,
around.
he was free then, Webb coming
Yep.
across the top of the 50 arc.
Yep. Just lower your eyes and slow it down. Don't have to just smash it forward. The wind's not going to do it all for us,
It
boys.
was a panicky kick.
Yep. Spinning ball. In it comes. Oh, over the top, Featherston. Ball at ground level. Zach Donahue again. It is. Loose ball at the back of the pack. Oh, that's
boy.
Hates.
Tackle. Yep.
Good tackle.
Great.
Lost the footy. Hates. Free kick.
It was an excellent tackle. He's sort of
McNeil.
one step away from having that space to get the
McNeil,
kick.
the outer side. Gee, hugs
Oh!
the back. Hey! What a cracker!
Sticky.
Who's that?
That's Mitchell.
He's been good, Mitchell.
He has been good. Mitchell on the outer side. Maybe put that one down too, Barnesy.
United Petroleum.
Goes the long bomb. Oh,
there you go,
the
Davis,
Tassie,
isn't
the Tassie.
It's a one-hander.
Webb?
That was Webb, I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Webb.
Yeah.
That was a one-hander.
That's a cracker.
We're
So
not
write that
gonna
one
see
down
the
too,
rate,
Barney.
Yeah, Barnesy.
That's 3 in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks to United Patrol.
And Webb comes around.
On the left.
Round the body.
Goals
on the
there,
left,
tells the
goal.
crowd. He's told the crowd.
Yes.
The crowd must have given him a little stick.
Yeah. I think he's got justification. Tell them to lower their eyes too, just quietly after that little effort.
He's on his left.
What?
The non-preferred.
I'm
So-
appreciating these marks, but I haven't seen any of them because I've been writing down the ones before.
So the Graham A Health Group scoreboard, it's St Joey's 3 goals, 5-23, is that correct? Yep, 3-5.
Yep.
23, they lead Grovedale 2-3-15. 8-point margin here at
Yep.
Purdue Reserve.
10-3 inside 50, so they're starting to just maintain now.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kirsch has got the reward. They
Yep.
plenty of forward.
Oh,
In the
that's
forward
good.
half. That's a dominant hit out, and I reckon he hurt Zach Smith then too. Chewed up, ball out the back. Waldron got his hands clear. Just
Oh,
McNeil
they're
wrapped
hitting
up
hard,
in,
aren't they?
in a strong tackle from Jacko Davis. They're just lifting here, Joe, as you feel. The ball evades Rees, and look at Speedy Deans just responds how you expect him to, and then Lovett came with a knee and wins the free
think the
kick.
first one
That's
got him.
superbly
Got the man
done
on the
from
outer
Speedy
side.
Deans.
Didn't see him.
Joey's were coming and he stood firm. Kick inside 50 isn't great. Fall short.
Oh,
Erskine
shoot.
worked his way to the
Just
front.
good judgment. Yeah,
Red-
well,
pass this
Redder
off here.
Best and Jordan Erskine has marked 45 out. Just a slight angle kicking into the breeze though, but he is a long kick, so should be no problem.
Buzz, what we saw in the first quarter, kick at the middle of the points, finished up almost out of bounds.
Yeah, as we said, these are the shots you don't
these are the
really
ones.
want to be taking.
Yeah.
Can Munga kick
Yeah,
Jordan?
he can.
Yeah,
But he
he's
also
the kind
can
of player
kick
that
it.
would accidentally kick this to the wrong spot and it'll go in.
See the difference in where they're kicking now too. They've been going the other outer side, the attacking side with this breeze, and they get in the forward 50 entry, hit a target.
Just to bring it back to 2 points, Erskine, if anyone can kick it, Big Geordie can. In he comes. He'll kick it hard. He does. The wind is bringing it back beautifully. Oh,
behind
just
the
come back
goals.
behind the goals.
Yeah, behind.
Oh, did everything but go through the middle. Minor score. Measures to bring it back in for St Joey's. Kicks to himself.
There's that 15
Now we'll
metres.
try and kick the cover off it. Puts it into the centre half forward, but who was that didn't take the mark? That was
Callagher.
Callagher. Ball goes to
Oh.
ground level. You're just about back McLaughlin here. He gets it, picks it up, needs to dish it off, does so to Haints. His hands ball smothered. Trying to crash his way through there was key. He's dispossessed. Umpire says
tackle.
you advantage. Ball goes into the forward
Oh.
50. Gee, I didn't even see all that. That's
Jacko.
Jacko Davis at the end of that. And was that again McLaughlin that fed
Yeah.
the ball straight down his throat?
Yep, and there was a tackle, and then the advantage which
Yep.
McLaughlin took. That's the advantage. Lower the eyes, just nice and calm. Had the numbers, 3-on-1 down there.
Won a big contest just before that too, McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did that 1-on-1.
I think it was McNamara. He dropped a mark and that just opened the door for McLaughlin.
It probably wouldn't have been ideal, Callagher being the target for the kick-in, but it worked out okay for them because they had numbers at the full.
Yeah, wasn't a great kick in.
No, they wouldn't have been happy with it.
Davis, in he comes. Almost straight in front.
Stabbed it.
He stabbed at it and missed it.
Jeez.
Yeah, stabbed.
That's 3 behinds to Davis for the
And he's probably
afternoon.
if he's not the best kick in the comp, he's certainly up there.
Yeah, yep.
3 behinds for Jacko Davis. Surprising. Bit of a swirly breeze, though, you get the feeling.
It's your mate of yours. Make a lot of excuses
Yeah,
for him.
no.
Yeah.
Always talking up his kicking all the time.
Yeah.
0-3 isn't good kicking, Buzz.
No, it's not. That's why it's surprising, Barnesy.
Waldron goes to the outer side, puts it up, fits it away from Caldwell. The ball goes forward from
You'll
Haints.
kick this now, you
You'll
watch.
kick now Jacko Davis on the fence.
That would have been perfect.
Oh, another one. That's 4 for the afternoon. Best kick in the competition's kicked 4 behinds.
Oh, I didn't. Don't put words in my mouth.
You
Milky.
said if he's not the
I said if
best
he's
in
not,
the
he's up
competition,
there.
He is up there. I'll back you on this one, Buzz. I'll
you
stick
use
with you.
too seriously. Get a room.
Thank you, Kirsch.
No
Just
worries,
a 2
mate.
minute over footy. Waldron. Bring it in. Scoreboard reads 3-7-25. Joey's Grovedale 2-4-16. They drive it to the outer side. Tudor sits under it. Not clear. Ball just inside 50. Lots of players around this one. Have fun getting that out. They try. Hard footy to win. It does eventually come out. Good hands. They extract it well. Joey, it's good hands from Kershaw. Got it out wide. And they just bomb it inside 50. It's a high up and under footy. Tough work for Waldron. Did well to get a
McLaughlin,
fist in.
no.
McLaughlin's lurking. Webb get his handball clear to McLaughlin. He wants his right foot. Goes back to Davis. Left foot snapping ball. Oh, well defended by Zach Smith.
Oh, he's got it.
Toe poke clear. And it's in.
Reece.
The top over Brenton Rees. Superb. And Joey's are just starting to motor here at Burdo Reserve.
Well,
Gee, they mucked around with it. There was a lot of ifs, woofs.
it's just one of those days, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just the wind's going to do everything. The pressure's going to help. The wind.
Take them anywhere you can get them.
Exactly.
Thought that might have been a bit heavier scoring to the left of our left, the commentary box left, but it's 4-7 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard. 4-7 is 31 to St Joseph's. They lead Grovedale 2-4-16. Just making a little bit better use of this breeze. St Joey's. Up they go. Tudor wins that one, knocks it down, forks in the guts, knocks it clear to Super Joe, but it comes out to his opponent there in circuit. Goes back in again. Oh, look at this stuff. Don't you love it?
They love it.
Super Joe at the bottom. Oh, cut it out. Cut the hair out of your eyes, Super Joe. Don't worry about the bun. Oh, that's a free kick, umpire.
You can't just run
No.
a charge at him.
He took him out of the contest, didn't he?
Should have just...
The ruckman's like, look, what's going on?
And he goes again. Oh, probably could have given away another one. That comes out to Whitney. Whitney by hand across to Waldron. Waldron, here he goes. Oh, Delaney, a good grab right in front of him. Good strong mark. First one that's stuck in the mitts. Right in front of us here.
Didn't go the chest, which was
That's
good.
Luke Delaney. Oh, gee, Zach Smith third in line. Erskine manages to have the ball, but it's ripped out of his hands by Measures. Measures goes to Benny Capra. He's taken high, but nothing doing there. Haynes at the bottom of the pack. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up.
Good hard footy
Well, she's
this.
fairly willing.
Yep. It'll be thrown up just in front of us. Tudor didn't get a hand to it.
Every time he goes near it.
He wants
It
to
was
free
free
kick.
kick against him every
He
time.
just wants
He
to
was
jump
looking
at
exactly at
Yeah,
the other
he is.
ruckman trying to
Yeah.
push him, wasn't he?
He's really bothered by Headlam's dominance, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's sure, and again, he
Again, that's
comes
4
very
free
early
kicks
and
in a row.
Headlam puts the fist to
Finally
him,
gets one.
Yeah.
Gets one. He's probably unlucky. Oh, and Headlam,
Oh.
I don't reckon he's behind the mark there. Kershaw chops it off. Not a great bit of footy. Kershaw went quickly. It's 2-on-2. 2 unconscious, excuse me. Fisted clear. I go down out of play. About 60 around from goal.
The big fella, they know the handball.
Got a little bit excited, didn't he? Had a handball on.
The interesting thing, Kershaw, I like is the kick. They can pick a kick out that they might kick out and it rolls out and they'll pay that deliberate, but the backman can come in and just drive his fist into over the boundary and that's not deliberate.
Yep. Tossed in.
Stupid rule.
Falls short. Featherston got 2 hands to it as he palmed it down. Ball trickles inside 50. Waldron couldn't pick it up cleanly. Slow to get up to. No, he's okay
numbers
now.
everywhere.
Jeez, gets really willing in there. Haynes put his head over it and he win the free kick too.
Forks was unlucky not to get a
Deserved.
kick
Yes,
there
I
too.
thought that.
So Haynes, he
Thought I might have been a bit biased.
No, he was held without it.
Yeah.
Speedy Deans is just inside
He likes his
the pain
chances,
of
yeah.
50, and Haynes he does.
He's
We
a
know
nice
he
kick at
he
ball.
is a beautiful kick
Yeah,
for
he's a
goal.
good kick at
Haynes.
He's at left half forward, Brent Haynes. He'll take his best. It'll be a long kick. He drives it
Not
from
holding.
55. Jeez.
Oh no! We can see it! Was the other side of the post?
Sure that went through, Milky.
Was the other side of the post?
I'm not sure
What's
that
up?
went through.
Oh,
We had a perfect view of that. It's gone the other side of the post.
I'm
Well.
not sure that's a goal.
Hines, he celebrated it. He celebrated it.
He
He's
conned the umpire.
He conned the goalie.
The umpire was set 5 metres outside of the post.
Well,
That never got to the right-hand side of the post at any stage.
Extraordinary.
we.
We had a perfect view of that.
Makes you wonder about Erskine's kick down there as well now.
Yeah, that's
5-7-37 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard. St Joey's. Grovedale haven't kicked a goal in this term. 2-4-16, Milky.
it. They're not having any luck, the poor old Tigers. There's Circuit and the Guts just tries to crash his way through. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have another ball up.
I reckon they'd be better off just going with Denning with the breeze and the ruck and just putting Tudor forward.
Exactly. It's just not as Headlam wins it again, knocks it clear. Super Joe tries to... the head banged on the ground there, Super Joe. That'll mess the hair up.
It will.
As the ball goes back to ground level. Series of handballs. Good pick up there by Hickey. Spins out of it. Gives it across to Kershaw. Kershaw's... McLaughlin. Did it to deck?
I think
Gives
so.
it off the handball back to Kershaw. Kershaw puts it down the throat of the big fella in Denning, who takes the mark. Have they moved him forward
Yeah,
and
they
put
have.
Tudor in the ruck?
Yeah.
But Tudor's been there for about, I reckon, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Big Denning.
not that it's not working. I just think Tudor's getting beaten in that area.
And Denning wouldn't mind throwing his body into
That's
the,
right,
into
yeah.
the attack. The contested ruck work.
This would be a big kick.
In he comes, Denning. Just kicks, bit of an up and under sort of. Featherston! Oh! Didn't get
He's
it.
marked it. He's got it.
He threw it. He threw that. That's a ball goes.
Reed Adams.
Reed Adams gets one off the crumbs. I reckon Dennis Featherstone threw it.
He threw it, then marked it, and tried to claim it.
Reed, it's got everything in this game,
Oh, it's
and
happening.
none of it's good.
No.
So, on the Corio Bay Health
Wow.
Group, that's the scoreboard. Do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. 6, 7. Oh, now they get it up.
It was a bit like Mason Cox last week, throwing it out from the goal line. It was a bit of just a shove.
Yeah, 6:43 plays 16. So in this quarter, Grovedale have kicked 1 behind. St Joey's have kicked 4 goals 3.
18 inside 50s to 6.
Yep. Been dominant this quarter. Joey's
Yeah,
chewed it up
again.
early again,
Yeah.
but Headlam just
Get him out
dominantly
of there.
palmed it down. Ferguson fell to ground in the middle of the park, and he'll get a free kick for it. Bumped off the footy without it. So Riley Ferguson enjoying some more time up the ground in 2017. Goes inside 50, nearly a good grab in the end to Cam Delaney. Couldn't quite hold it. Ball trickles out the back. Denning couldn't pick it up cleanly. Stacks on the mill now, though, right in front of goal, about 15 around. It'll be thrown up by the umpire as we near the main change.
They've woke up on Lovick. They put Caldwell back on him.
Yep.
Well, they haven't gone the +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have they?
One down. Headlam again. Feeds out the back. Haints was lurking, as was Super Joe.
Well, they
Neither
must
of them
have.
could get.
Yeah, they must have.
Get clear?
Jimmy Allen
No,
appears
it's
to be
just
on his own.
no. Tudor hasn't gone down as the ruckman,
Okay.
so Tudor's just staying out as the +1.
Yep.
And letting Featherstone or Denning do the ruck work in the forward line.
That's why Kirsch's best in the business. Bogue extracts it really nicely to Deans, and they might be out here. Deans gets it back. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4, I reckon, in the end. Now Ford, chipping ball. They got
wide.
stuck to this outer side again. Alice has to try and get it.
Alice,
Probably got one on the
Alice.
back. No,
You
this is
guys,
the
they
umpire.
didn't get it.
Yeah,
Alice,
no, I
who
remember that.
Yeah, they didn't get it, the kids.
They hurt Speedy Deans that hit by Tudor.
Yeah. And
not happy about it.
Ford,
The umpire, no.
Ford appears to be okay after that. I reckon might have been a bit of a corky.
Yep. It's going to be one short of this stoppage if Dean's. No, he'll get there.
43 plays 16 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard.
There he is.
Caldwell knocks it down to Deans, who's wrapped up immediately by Jacko Davis, and we'll have a ball up just Grovedale, forward of the centre circle.
28
Caldwell
gone,
wins
Milky.
it. 28 gone, well done. Oh, Whitney gets out a handball. It comes across to Key. There's only one of them, not Karkeys. It's Karkey. Ball comes back. Or pick good quick hands. Or comes back to Reese, a little bit too quick for him. Ball goes to ground. Ooh, Ferguson nearly gave him one in the back. Comes back to the man Key in the middle of the ground. Dishes off the handball. Goes to Bogue. He's wrapped up in the tackle straight away. Waldron gets
good
off
pressure.
the hands. Oh, Webb just kicks it straight over his head. A ripping kick. But it's a good mark in defence taken by McNamara.
Took a couple of attempts, but took it in the end. Really good pressure by both teams. Goes short, finds Delaney. Chipping ball over the top. He's neat enough. Finds Luke Ford.
This is a kick they've struggled with all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spot on Kirsch.
It's one out of the back 50.
Corridor very open.
The wind's getting
Tim
stronger.
Delaney works for him, ignores him. Goes further
better.
afield
That's
and
better.
finds another
Just
Delaney.
keep possession.
And Luke, he worked up high up the ground, then chisels
that's
one, held a
no.
great kick and turned over. And Rees takes the mark on centre wing. So it's that kick that Kerr speaks of. They just can't get any penetration forward of that. So Rees assesses the options and kicks the leather off it. It's a 2-on-1
Good
contest though. Really good mark floating back. It's Tim Delaney.
Tim or Cam?
In the back 50.
No, that's Cam because there's Tim
Cam,
over there.
excuse me, yeah, it is.
They look a lot. And they?
Should have said Delaney.
Yeah, that's it.
Goes down to the shooter. Came from 3 deep, couldn't quite get the mark. Deans' handball missed the mark, and Joey's might be out here. Adams kick inside 50. Webb's lurking out the back here.
Featherstone.
Doesn't
Big
need
fella.
him because Featherstone used the body superbly and took the mark. He's straight in front, 10 metres out.
Will not miss this. Coming off 10. What did he kick last week? 10 what?
10-4, I think.
10-4?
Yep.
Okay, I knew you'd know.
Yep.
Buzz will make out like he knows because he likes everything you say. Yeah.
Buzz knows his football,
Yeah.
Milky.
Anything you say, he just, oh, yes, sir. Yes. Oh, Kirsch. Kirsch. Hail Kirsch. In comes Featherstone.
Bang.
Oh. Well,
Well, that goal up, I
if
can pay
Hanks-
anything.
If Hanks is a goal, that's 9 points. Luck Featherstone gets his first. It's the first goal I've seen him kick.
Yeah, did get one against
Did one
Deans.
It didn't look that impressive off the boot either, did it?
No, it didn't. So on the Corio Bay Health Group, that's 7-7-49 St Joey's. They lead Grovedale 2-4. 16. One behind to them for this quarter, Grovedale against the Breeze, where St Joey's managed 2-4 in the first quarter, Buzz.
Yeah, and
Vital.
also 12 inside 50s in that first quarter too, so they were working hard enough into the breeze.
We mentioned before the game started, Buzz, that if you can get off on your bike and get a bit of a lead, can't see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Turned into a bit of a shit fight in the last half.
It's going to take something special to get back in this one, Grovedale, at the moment, I think.
This breeze will blow the milk out of your tea, Buzz.
Certainly would.
Milky. I like that.
Yeah, nice.
So tied up in the middle of the ground. Can't be far away from half time. Smith beaten to it by Tudor in the ruck. Whitney got a handball cleared just. Donahue tried one in the mid-air. There's a whistle. High tackle. Going Grovedale's way. So this is their chance. Last chance saloon you feel with Whitney at centre half back to try and make something of this quarter. Found Bogue, who goes wider still. They're going very wide
every time.
Just low percentage at the moment.
They've got to take some more risks, don't they? And,
They're just hugging that line on the outer side. They drive it down the line. Actually, nearly stopped a boomerang. It nearly fell in Circuit's arms as Lovick tumbles one into the
It's going to go close. No.
He kicked that before the siren, I reckon, too.
Not
Is it
sure.
going to count?
Have to wait.
No, they're not
Says
counting
the
it.
umpire.
No score.
Folds the arms. But
Quick thinking by Lovick to just thumb that forward.
whack it on the boot.
dominant term from St Joey. 7-7-49 they read on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard. Grovedale did not kick a goal in the term.
Just the one behind.
Just the one behind Barnsley. Spot on. 2-4-16.
That's right.
All to do for the home side in the second half, Milky.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break. We're going to have we're going to interview a couple of the legends of the Grovedale 30-year reunion today, Buzz. They won
beautiful.
both the seniors and the reserves. Dave Robertson was the captain, and the name of the coach has just gone straight out of my head. So hopefully he'll be with us after the break.
Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to find out what his name is. Kersh should know him. As soon as he comes in the van, Kersh will know him.
Yep.
Kicks.
Let's hope so.
I got a new call. Listen to this. Kicks FM 89.3 is country and is football.
For the Bendigo Bank and Buckley's Entertainment Centre, this is the GFL Game of the Week on 89.3 Kicks Footy.
Vlad Toyota. Since 2002, they've built a solid reputation on their commitment.
Back in the gut.
13-1 Bell Park, yes.
We'll get
Excellent kicking, Kirsch.
We're going to start back in the park.
Maybe.
What was on the other league?
Head on this place, we're useless. The ball goes snatched down Speedy Dean. They've come out late, and have they come out fired up? That's the question here with Grovedale.
They've come out late and straight into it, John.
Yep. And Headlam knocks it down. Whitney tries to crash his way through. Donahue looks like he's been moved into the middle. Comes out to Adams. Adams around the body for St Joey's. Bouncing footy. Key. What can he do? Goes back. Tackled by Fawkes. Davis. Ball along a grubber along the ground. Kelleher. Handball. Oh.
Well done.
Gee, well done, Waldron. Just left the footy behind. And the ball is now 55 out from the St Joey's goal. Free kick coming out of that umpire. Is he balling up? They're just having a bit of trouble sorting out who wants it.
Looks like Donahue is starting around the stoppages. They need something from him. He was rarely sighted in that first half.
Someone's getting a lot of wind in their microphone.
Only the 9 possessions for Donahue in the first half.
Deans did well, extracted it, but only as far as Haynes. It was good speed and acceleration.
Yeah. Oh.
Really well done. Kelleher wheels around, dumps on inside 50. Tudor came late at ground level, couldn't
Fawkes
quite get a
front
kick
centre.
on goal.
Yep.
It was Fawkes, his kick smothered. Ball trickles outside 50, and now Grovedale might have the numbers. Here is the man we mentioned. Donahue was just run down though. Handball to a man in trouble. They get the kick away. Capra's got position A, got 2 fists to it. Just crunched, coming late was Delaney. Good tackle. It's nearly dropping the footy. Not sure why it wasn't against Capra. Handball clear by Mitchell. Was slung as he got rid of it. Now they get it clear Morrison, but it's all Grovedale, and Deans went to play on, but was stopped by Kelleher. So he looks up and just kicks to the middle of the ground. Nice kick too. Just falls short of Delaney. It's Cam. Beaten to it. It's really well defended. Really well defended. The kick wide is nice too, and finds Luke Webb.
Webb plays on immediately, goes to Haints, right in front of the kicks commentary truck. I've noticed that both Delaney's have been moved forward. Haints, right on the wing, goes across to Jimmy Allen. Offered the handball to Jacko Davis. Jacko said no thank you. Puts it out in front of Fawkes. Takes a sensational mark. Is that a nomination, boys?
United Petroleum.
Yeah. Fawkes right in front of the kicks commentary truck. Goes into the pocket. Looking for Featherston. Beautiful kick of the footy. Bouncing ball. Featherston wasn't up to it. And the ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
Wobbly kicking style there, Milky. Have to have a word to him about that one.
Yep. Come on, Milky. Switch on.
Better get the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. Reads Grovedale 16, St Joey's 49.
Featherston did well, had front position, palmed down double-handed style, but nothing doing at ground level. And we'll repeat the process and do it all again. Whitney well tackled by Jacko Davis. Thrown up quickly. Featherston again. Did well. Haynes took Bogue with him. He's thrown up again just outside 50.
Featherston backs himself with his strength, doesn't he? He doesn't mind a bit of a wrestle in the ruck.
Not easy to move. Look at those thighs.
Yeah, he's got some big legs on him.
The old Thunder.
Featherston. Up against Headlam, who's played an impressive game of footy. Featherston again. Webb. Karate kicked it. And then Headlam tries to belt it towards the boundary. Was chopped off by Webb, but then trickled over right in front of us. It'll be thrown in 7-7-49 on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. That's St Joey's. Grovedale 2-4-16.
Luke Webb keeps looking around us, expecting us to interview him again, I think.
If he kicks 6 again, we will.
Featherston wins it, knocks it down. Forks dispossessed, bounces off Speedy Dean's head. But crook bounce, goes back, circuit, gets the hands into the path of McNamara, goes past him. Kershaw wraps up, goes to ground, son. Keep your feet. Then he's caught.
Keep your feet.
Key gives it over to Circuit. Circuit, ooh. As far as Dale, I think that is. 36, was it? Yep. Dale takes the mark out of wing. 26. Oh, puts it down the throat of Delaney. They've moved him forward, I reckon, Big Cam. He's looking. What am I going to do? He's a big fella. Takes him a while to think about it. Then almost kicks it into Kershaw.
Down the full.
And kicks it out in the full.
He
had to rush it in the end.
It's just been that setup by Joey's all day long.
Very
They've been
good,
quickly getting over to the side where the ball is and just blocking it.
Just their shape behind the ball. You look up and it's all Joey's in a formation. So
Kicking off one set doesn't help. Lovick dropped the mark.
it'll be good enough to get out of this.
Time to recover. Got his handball cleared just. Capper attacked the contest. Ball ground level. Good tackle by Bogue. Still there. He gives Morrison a little shove. It was a good tackle from Matt Bogue though.
It's been good, Morrison Milky on Erskine.
He has. Yes, he just doesn't give you an inch, does he?
He doesn't.
Hasn't kicked one yet. Big Geordie. Up they go again. Big fist. Oh, did he hit?
Got him.
To Grovedale right in the schnozzer.
Oh, that's where you got to get him. If you're going to jump into him.
Yeah. I reckon wasn't it the...
It was Whitney
palm of
waiting
the ruck.
down.
Whitney got Whitney right in the schnoz.
Punched the
the way
ball right
down.
into his face.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
out
the
of the
real
hit zone.
Falcon, isn't it?
get out of the hit zone.
Does he have the blood rule? No.
No, it's just watery eyes, I think, on this occasion. They're buzz. Ball at ground level. Trying to crash his way through. Oh, that was a very interesting handball from Mitchell. Ball goes down the line. Bouncing ball. Tudor dishes it off. Oh, to his teammate, Hulkren. Backs himself.
Oh,
handballs
here
it
we
out in
go.
front of himself.
Here we
go. Goes towards goal.
Jeez.
Would have been the old United Fields, wouldn't it?
Under 12 style handball to yourself
Yes.
and then run over it.
Only allowed the one bounce. Handball to yourself.
Fantastic. Point of the year. As Waldron
point of
goes
the
short.
year,
Has
good
been
work.
point of the year, Milky. That was extraordinary.
We don't have any goals down. We might have to just claim that one at this stage.
Just say it went through.
4
This is-
inside 50 to nothing, boys. Against the breeze.
Daniel Key gets a good piece of it. Erskine, speaking of pieces of it, got 2 hands to it and then followed up well. Go
Slow.
down the line. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Free kick given away. A bit silly in the end. Had the outnumber. Did Joey's. Gave away the free kick.
They had a 2-on-1, didn't they?
Yep.
Tell you what, to be fresh on top of the truck for our man on the camera.
Jeepers.
Gee whiz.
Not very often I feel sorry for him. On this occasion, I don't again. So
This is Dale. It was Lockie Wright, in fact.
Yeah, it was,
It goes over the top. Delaney got 2 hands to it. Could mark. Kick to the pocket. Again. Oh, Delaney, does he mark it? Is it in play?
I reckon
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Has he paid it?
The
He has
central umpire's
paid the
going
mark.
to the boundary.
Well,
When did he take the second
They're
grab?
convert.
son?
Don't tell me they're asking Delaney if he marked it.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, no! What, so you're telling me the boundary umpire has to be explained the rule?
The boundary umpire at never stage put his whistle up like he has to
No.
wait for the umpire.
No, that's spot on. So I'm pretty sure that would have been a mark. Anyway, tossed in, Denning in front of Erskine. That's a puzzling bit of play. It'd be thrown up at the 4. That ball, about 15 around from goal.
The umpire decided it wasn't a mark, despite everyone else claiming it was.
Yeah.
Ball kicked forward. It's all Grovedale. Oh, big wide handball. Find across to Waldron. Waldron with the left. Is it coming back? Is it coming back? Not enough.
It was a goal to Hates last quarter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Paulie Waldron.
The umpires have switched
Score
ends,
on
don't
the, they have. On the Buckley's
No, they haven't,
Entertainment
have they?
scoreboard.
Oh, they're both very the same.
It's 2 goals.
Very the same. No, that-
Even similar.
that is
Just pulled back quickly
fantastic.
then.
You were going to say something else. I knew where you're going.
Very the same.
Well, you could say they're both portly.
Yeah, they're portly. That's
portly.
it,
Yeah.
portly, yeah.
Yeah, they've been on Milky's diet, both of them. Yeah. The ball's gone over the back of the hill here at Burdoo Reserve, and Daniel Measures has gone over to find it. That's what the delay is. 2-5-17 plays 7-8-50. Did you finish your around the grounds? Actually, we should have got you doing Barnesy
Well,
that massive break.
do you want me back? They're about to kick it in.
Too late.
late.
You had 3 minutes. That wasn't
right.
enough for you. Measures. Brings it in, just kicks it hard into
dear.
it. That's not a good kick. Into the teeth of the breeze. Oh, and a good mark. Front of the pack is Caldwell. Just a good stretch and a good pair of hands.
Yeah. Got to kick this one.
They do.
Yep.
Collingwood 4-5-29. Blues 8-5-53. 24
Oh,
points.
that's what we want.
The big one,
no,
though.
we don't.
North
We don't.
Melbourne 16-12-108 to Adelaide 9-7-61.
What's
going on?
47
They're
holding
point
on.
lead.
Strange.
Strange.
Caldwell comes in.
Umpire hasn't moved. Portly
Yeah.
as anything.
What is he doing in the middle of the points? What is he doing?
Confusing us.
Yep.
John.
Ash Caldwell kicks Gravedale's third, and to say an important goal is an understatement, Buzz.
Spot on, Milky. Needed a quick start to the term.
3 goals, 5 in fact on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 3-5-23. That is Grovedale. They trail St Joseph's 7-8-50.
Tactically, Kirsch, is there anything Grovedale need to rectify from the first half that could get them back?
Absolutely.
To parity?
I think what we've seen in the first half, they've just got to go more corridor, pull
Yep.
the trigger, come in board a little bit more, and don't worry about going too wide. They're playing a bit of a diamond. I'd be
Yep.
cutting the diamond out and just playing the corridor as much as you can.
They've got the 3 tall forwards, the
They
two
have.
Delaney brothers and Erskine.
And there's
so
no point going sideways if
no,
you've got
that's
that
it.
that
Put it
power
down their
there.
throats.
Yep.
So throw him back up in the middle. Grovedale definitely need consecutive goals just to make use of the advantage they've got. Reed Adams, though, puts an end to that, but he's chopped off by Matt Bogue.
Would you almost tell your players not
impressive
to lead,
youngsters.
Kirsch?
Almost.
Just stand there.
Kick out wide, evaded Rees. Looked like he was going to fall into his lap, but in the end, Dale couldn't grab it. He pressures Dale out of it, does Rees.
Done well.
Picked up, did really well. McNeil and drives it left foot inside 50.
Oh.
Going back, Erskine got 1-2, couldn't quite. Delaney dishes. They can walk into a goal here. Costello snapping
Bang.
goal, and they've got the consecutive goals,
Back to
and they
back
might
to
be
back.
coming, the Tigers.
That's what they needed, the old back-to-back goals.
There's that kick to the power forwards again, and you just
Yep.
need a front and centre.
Yeah.
That's it.
The actual midfielders did not go with him then, Costello. They just sort of sat off, and he pressed forward.
There was a couple that it was burnt on the wing here as well. One of the Grovedale players burnt off a Joey's player chasing the ball down.
Yeah, it was 2-on-1 here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
With Lovick and that, they got beat. So,
Yeah.
So on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, it's 4-5-29. A 21-point margin. The St Joseph's leads 7-8-50. Making good use of the breeze, Grovedale. They're going to have to do it because they'll be defending stoutly in the last quarter.
Stout.
Might see 10
Stoutly.
behind the ball, I reckon.
Yeah, just might.
Word
They
of-
could
word of
manage
the
to
day.
get in front.
Word of the day.
Stoutly. Yeah, we've got is your word of the day.
Oh, you've just pitched.
Well, you've gone Furphy last week and didn't even use it.
Furphy. Yeah, I did. Well, of course I used it.
I didn't hear it.
That's why I brought
Go
it
back
up.
through the tape and
I'm
Furphy.
I think we've lost the ball here, fellas.
The old Furphy.
Yeah, some-
I reckon we might have
You
lost
know
the
what's
narrative
Furphy?
too.
While we're there, I'll go
Go on,
quickly
quick.
through the GD. Invalid 68, Anarchy 25, comfortable lead there. North Geelong, it was very windy down there. They're ahead by 3 points now, 42-45. Belperth Hill, Bannockburn is a reading ding and scores level at 37. East Geelong by 11 over Winchelsea. Werribee Central's still up by 29 points over Thompson, holding
Wow.
on there. And West by 49 over Corio. As ball is thrown up again, Milky.
Back in the guts. Well done. Tudor
That's
knocks
up,
it
yeah.
down. Good sharking there from Ferguson, but it's pinched again by Circuit. Sends Grovedale into attack. Ooh. Trying to take the mark. Delaney. Ball at ground level. Crummer's required. Good hands. Finished up with Fawkes. Fawkes goes back to his teammate. Ooh, off the step measures. Where's it going? Caldwell puts a hand up. 2 hands there, son. That's what you needed. Comes back to McLaughlin. Ball again, dishes off the hands. Haynes, he's been really good in the centre.
Terrific.
Goes, gets the ball. Oh, bit of a paddle there from McNamara. Puts it down to Speedy Deans. Shovels it clear. Out to Bogue. They're under the pump here, Grovedale. Oh, that's Timmy. Got the court for it.
What?
A hold on Tim Delaney.
That's huge.
Umpire.
They were being closed down there, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were about to force the turnover.
No.
Terrible decision
Hemmed
by
in.
that umpire.
Yeah, not sure it
They've
was
been
a
all right today, but that was shocking.
drives to centre.
Oh,
with
Delaney
really
to
good
Delaney.
hands.
Now find the other Delaney.
Cam Delaney's been shifted forward in really nice hands. He goes towards Erskine. Just
Gone.
and then he was the ball half volleyed it, couldn't quite take them up. But well done by Alice.
Alice.
Right side for him. Beautiful kick. Just great fist from Capra to get it in there. Smothered. Delaney ripped off it.
Loves
Ball
the
out of
chest
play
mark,
on the
doesn't
point
he?
of 50.
Great
Yep.
double effort by Capra to get the fist in and then follow up with the smother.
Yep.
But yeah, as you said, Coach, he's
play.
got to get his hands
He
out in front
does.
for those
Yeah,
ones.
that's 3, 4, maybe more he's dropped today on a chest. So
Yep. So it'll be tossed in just inside the paint of 50. 4-5-29 Grovedale. St Joey's 7-8-50 on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. Ball evades both the ruckman. Bo gets a toe to it, trickles towards the goal mouth. It's in a dangerous position. They try to run it. Go over the top.
Costello
Over
again.
his head.
Costello
Costello.
again.
That's
That's
United
over his
Fuels.
left shoulder. Brilliantly done.
That's
Costello's
the,
got two in a
put that one
row.
down.
United
and
Fuels
Grovedale have got
them.
three in a row.
United Fuels that one. So on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, that is their fifth. Am I right, boys? Because they're 5-5, 31. They trail St Joseph's 7-8-50. Now it's Joey's that have only kicked a point, and Grovedale have actually kicked 3 goals, 1.
They've got the breeze, Grovedale, but they're working harder than Joey's is the difference at the moment. They've pushed forward, they got the numbers to that goal square then, and outnumbered Joey's in their own back half.
yeah, they are. The Smalls are really pressing hard forward. So, well, that's the game plan. That's easily with those 3 talls down there. They're going to have to get numbers at the fall of the ball. You're
Yeah.
not going to take too many marks inside 50 today.
Yep.
So,
Back there, Zach Smith knocks it clear. Or Delaney. Forks got
his
one
head.
high.
gotta look
Forks
after
got
the
one
head.
high, and Speedy Deans was the man. I meant, don't know why I got Delaney Forks, because that many of them out there. Gives it across to Tudor. Tudor, a spearing kick into the breeze. It holds up. Featherstone almost holds it. Circuit's back there. McLaughlin, he's dispossessed. Circuit goes back and gets it. Then dishes off the handball, or does he? Yes, he does. Umpire said,
Holding the ball.
holding it.
Wow.
Free kick to Big Featherstone.
Big call, that one.
Massive call.
Because they were out, Grovedale.
And Featherstone, all Featherstone's worried, where am I kicking from?
Yeah, I'd be worried about that too, about that area.
Where am I kicking from? You saw him last week, did you not? When he kicked his 10.
Kirsch is the man that saw him.
So is this the sort of kick? Is he a thumping kick of the footy,
He
or
is,
no?
Will.
Nothing about him.
He's a nice kick of the footy. I saw him a couple of years ago, obviously playing VFL.
Yep.
Coach against him, but this is a different ball game altogether. Kicking goals today,
Into
unfortunately.
that wind.
This really could go anywhere. You'd have to be at your absolute best to
Got to
kick.
split the breeze. Like my drives off the teammates. Just got to kick it straight and low.
Last week he was kicking perfect. Today, different story.
And he comes. Kicks it hard. Kicks it away to the right. Ooh.
Tapped it into the post.
That can't be out in the full. That's a boundary throw in. If he marked that inside, if he tried to got hands to that inside play,
He had to have been behind and tapped it back in, but it hit the
Nice.
front of the post.
strange. They go
Confusing
quickly
play.
anyway. Whitney drives it down the line, holds up in that breeze. Jeez, Delaney, he's been promising since he's been shifted forward. The ball falls for Childersley to key. Just couldn't pick it up like a bar of soap. Outnumbered Tudor, very relaxed.
That.
Kicked him out.
Not
He
sure.
kicked him out.
Not sure what that
He
was.
slowed down the kick to
He
get
was
it to him.
composed, but overly composed. And found Jordan Harrison. That's a bit of a mung towards Erskine. He's out of position.
glove.
That's really well done by the glove. And that's
made the mark.
It's not a mark.
No way.
It cannot be a mark because Jordan Erskine got hands to that.
And
It's puzzling.
Confused.
2 hands and a glove he had on that one.
Yeah.
Erskine.
It's
maybe the prosthetic hand isn't counted.
the preceding,
They don't count it.
maybe that might be it,
Don't
Milky,
count it.
because in the pre-season his hand was munched off by an alligator.
Chubbs Peterson.
So it is Zach Morrison. Speaking of gloves, here he is. He's been good. Very,
Self-proclaimed.
very underrated defender too. It is self-proclaimed, and that's what we like.
Oh!
Capra! The Macedonian marvel up high. Couldn't grab it. Ball at ground level. It'll be tossed up just in front of us.
He won't be liking it. Benny Capra, the wind to be messing with that hairdo of his.
Oh, yeah.
The ball goes up. Featherstone again knocks it clear. Haints, who's been really good in there today. Dishes off the handball. It's been intercepted. Costello been moved onto the ball by the looks. Should have got a free kick. Webb, his kick's pinched by Speedy Deans. A quick kick off a step. Almost a mark to the defender there in measures. Ball comes out to Lovick. Free kick going. Erskine's way.
I think he fell over more than anything, but he conned the umpire into a hold.
He probably thinks he owed him one for he might have got that marking decision wrong.
Umpires are losing their way a little bit, boys.
Yes, I agree.
They've been pretty good up to half time.
Right hand post, Geordie. distance will not be a problem. If he kicks it straight at the right-hand post, it'll curl back beautifully straight through the guts.
Again, could go anywhere.
And here comes Erskine. He's normally a beautiful kick of the footy. Oh, he's kicked the right-hand point post.
Great Miles Milky.
He wasn't listening. He's got it out in the full.
It's gone back over the hill by the
I didn't say it could go anywhere. That was Kirsch that
I'd said that, and I'm right.
Might run around the ballerine while this one's getting fetched from behind the hill again, Milky, if you'd like.
That's back, Bugsy.
There's 5 balls behind there.
Mitchell.
Where'd he get it from?
There's 5 up there.
Back in play, Headlam. Probably should have grabbed that one. Goes down to Deans. He's wrapped up in a tackle by the glove. And we'll have a ball up.
I'm thrown by that. That was the last thing I saw. The ball's going over the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got another one.
Thought someone was chasing it.
Yeah,
Clever and got
one
spares.
Tossed up. One down by Headlam. Plenty of numbers around it. Erskine at the back of the pack. Check side! Oh, Johnny!
That's the one.
Big Deadler beating his chest like a big gorilla, Big Johnny.
His first. And Grovedale inch ever closer to Joey's.
Yep. Maybe that's where he's been. He's been in the jungle, the big gorilla. 6'5".
Careful.
18 and a half gone.
Well, he's a bit slightly dark. Look at the colour of him. He's the darkest bloke out there. 6 goals, 5. 41. 9 points now the margin. 7-8-50. The margin at half time was 33 points.
Third quarter specialist, Grovey.
Couple gone cold here, boys. McCullough hasn't had a touch this quarter. Ferguson only the one. So they need a couple of their middies to lift.
Back in the guts. Trying to get his way through his Haints. He's wrapped up by Costello. He's been a move into the guts that has really worked for Grovedale. Oh, sorry, that wasn't even him. That was Whitney, but it is good for Costello. Oh, the big Headlam. Headlam creates Bedlam. Goes out wide. Looking for Delaney and finds him. They're on a roll here.
He's causing them troubles down there, Kirsch.
He is.
Yeah, he's been
Yep.
excellent since being moved forward.
It's amazing what happens when you can go straight and direct rather than, beating around on those wings.
So this is Cameron Delaney to come in and kick their 5th for the quarter. He's about going to kick from about 40 metres. Distance surely won't be a problem. Accuracy is not a problem either.
Hey.
Here we go.
We're 3-point margin.
Joey's not happy with that one either. Couple questions to the goal umpire.
No, well, I reckon the way we saw that one of Haints, I don't think they got too much to grizzle about, because we were right behind that and there's no chance that was a goal. So on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 7-5-47 is Grovedale. They trail St Joseph's 7-8-50.
How many do you think they have to be ahead, boys, going into the last quarter?
2, 3. Nah, you'd have to be at least 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Judging by this one, they've roared back in.
How long have we been going?
20.
Oh, was that with confidence?
20.
Yeah.
That was with confidence.
Pretty confident
5
about
goals in the term to Grovedale. They're coming hard.
Both sides have kicked 5 with the breeze.
Joey's.
So.
Yep, just
So
3
far.
points to margin. Good tackle in the middle of the ground by Rees on Speedy Deans. Tossed up quickly. Headlam been superb. Whitney, his hands were a bit too hot. Circuit at the back though as the sweeper does well. Got it clear just. They hug the line. It's well done by Joey. He's got his hands clear. Dean's upended
Great
as he
kick.
kicks, but his vision was superb. McNeil on his left side. Kicks inside 50. Erskine has got position A at ground level. Really well done by Morrison, who kept his feet. Ball still at ground level, just inside 50 to get their hands clear. Erskine was caught behind 2 Joey's, and it's paddled over on the paint of 50 and it'll be thrown in.
Handball out the outer side for Joey's was too quick.
Yep. It was just a rushed pressure handball.
Spinning ball just on the arc of 50. Grovedale in attack again. Erskine flips it over his head. Only, gee whiz. Over
like in the back.
Mitchell perhaps could have got one, but off a step. Is that Costello? No, it's Whitney.
I think it was Whitney again.
Whitney for his first score for Houston.
Houston.
Hey? Just got it. Kirsch took a little while.
Yeah, that's all right.
Goes quickly. Mark dropped by Tudor, has time to reassess and does well at half-back, and then goes down the line towards Denning. He was caught out of position, wants the line and finds it.
2 points to margin now on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Yep. We can't stop here though, the Tigers, as Kirsch and Barnsley said they probably need at the very least a 3-goal lead going into the final
Three's defendable.
term.
You can defend 3.
Yep.
2 probably not.
Headlam had front position, won it down with 2 hands. Reed Adams nearly got in the way with Haints, but they find a way out eventually. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Featherston was outnumbered. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Superb tackle by Speedy Deans. Look at that. Little man, but
Terrific
Yep.
tackler.
Leading by example, little
tackle.
captain.
wrapped up Haint right in the middle of Bird of Reserve. And it'll be tossed up.
McCullough back in the middle. They need him to lift.
Oh, good leap there from Denning. Knocks it clear, but they just ran into each other there, Jacko Davis. Into his teammates. Circuit tries to crash his way through. Free kick to Circuit.
Oh,
Don't know how he got the free kick.
wow.
Oi!
Touched off the boot from McCullough. Out it goes to McNamara. Goes wide and long. At the end
come
of that
alive
he is.
here.
Cameron Delaney. Been a really good move moving him. Just ignore him, son. Put it through the sticks. Go back and kick it. Pumps it long into the goal square. Donohue's down there. Fists it to the ground. Picked off by Hickey. Lovick's there. Gets it across to his teammate there in Adams. Adams spears it. Oh, and he finds his opponent
boy.
beautifully to David McNeil.
Right foot then, Kurt.
Well, yes.
Look at Donohue lurking. Look at Donohue lurking.
Well, if you're going to give it to anyone,
Yep.
They're on to
Hates
it.
has woken up to it. So McNeil, David
yourself,
comes in
McNeil.
with the left, puts it out at the top of the
Straightening
goal.
up,
square.
beautiful.
They take the lead. They have hit the front.
Perfect kick. We had to kick it to the right and just straighten up, straight down the line.
8 goals, 6.54. Grovedale, 7.850 are St Joseph's on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. So that is 6 goals, 2 to 1 behind in this third quarter.
24 gone, so there's still time for them to add a few more that we've said they need.
the last 3 goals have had an umpire influence. Let the boys play, guys. Let them play.
Back in the middle. Headlam dominantly, but well done. Davis won the clearance. Webb, chipping ball, hung in the air a long time. Featherson got 2 hands to it,
the big
and
fella.
then wheels round at 45.
no.
His handball wasn't great to Ferguson, and they'll raffle it out here, Grovedale circle. They should have, but his kick was smothered by Webb. The 6th goal here on Anzac Day. And it'll be
He's
thrown up
kicked the one
just
today, has he? Yeah, got the
inside
one.
50.
Just got the one, Webby.
Yeah, not rolling with the long sleeves today. He was on Anzac Day.
A bit colder today than
Yeah,
it was.
surprising. Back up,
Might not
Headlam.
have a long sleeve red one.
One it down. That might be a good point, Barnesy. Bogue spins out of trouble, finds the line. It's a pretty good result in the end, right in front of us. The ball trickled out and it'll be thrown in. So 4-point margin to the home side. 8-6
20.
plays 7-8.
28 gone, Barnsley.
Oh, that's a bit of a stretch for me. I'd say
Just
25.
No, well,
I said 24 about a minute ago.
maybe I wasn't listening.
no surprise.
Doesn't surprise me, yeah.
Thrown in quickly to be Tudor and Headlam again. The throw in went over all their heads. Tudor thumps it forward to no great advantage. Spinning out of trouble was Tim Delaney. Did well. Kick chopped off though. Really well chopped off by James Hickey. He looks to this near side. It's a
1-on-4.
A 4-on-1. Fisted away. Alice was nearly caught. His handball
Alice.
wasn't fantastic. Bogue tried to flip it over the top. Couldn't quite gather it. It's a hard, willing footy in here. Davis got crunch on the side too. And really willing footy. It'll be thrown up at half forward. 4 points still the margin, Milky.
Gee, Robbo's saying they're too quick for him. St Joey's, he's mozzed them. Ball, had a fresh air, he did Bogue. Super Joe McCullough puts it down the throat of Adams. Can he pick it up?
Can he
He's
make
got
up for
key
his
to
last
beat.
one?
Dishes off the handball. Picked off by Costa. At top of the ground level, they just shovel it through. That's a minor score. Rushed behind to St Joey's. Now they trail by 3 behinds. Tim Delaney receives the kick in, goes down the line, looking for his brother. Comes out to Ferguson, who I reckon's been really quiet today. Hulkran goes to Super Joe McCullough. Takes the mark.
We need a lift from him.
He has lived the last 5 minutes. Goes with a mung.
Agricultural.
Just a very mung kick there from McCullough. Comes out to Key. Goes to Speedy Deans in the pocket. Little Speedy goes with a long bomb. Out wide. Oh, Delaney was the target. Goes to Lovick. Goes to Tudor by hand. Tudor spears it to Reese. Takes the mark. 55 out. 60 out.
It's an R40. Goes quickly to the runner. It's Tudor. Goes long. McLaughlin got position A. The ball just fades away from him though. Measures. Has snuck forward. Dances inside the line. Get his handball clear. Is that from Webb? That worked. And then measures right on the boundary.
Sheepers.
Always narrow. That would have been some goal.
Brilliant handball by
Measures.
Webb.
It was almost
Just the
weighted
whole-
perfectly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just
I don't think Measure decided he was going to run there yet. Webb made him do it.
Webb says you're going there, son.
Whitney Goes quickly to the outer
Great
side.
kick.
Good kick too. Zach Smith just...
Big Zachary.
that's-
Big Zachary.
That's a lot of poo. That's what that was. It wasn't his
watermelon
best,
he
Big
would've
Zachary. And he's at half back. Let Joey's out then. The ball falls to the back. The man who took the kick in, Whitney, finds it. It goes very, very long, but Capra has lots of time and space to work into and takes the mark. Well set up, as always, Benny Capra.
2 points the margin on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard in Grovedale's way. Oh, kicks a big floater, does Benny Capra. Big fist away from Zach Smith. Gets it down, Hickey. Picks it off, goes left, goes right. Then, his
Goes
left
nowhere.
foot is smothered and over the boundary line. And finishes up, as Kirsch said, nowhere. Yep. 8-6 plays 7-10 at the 20 what?
It'll be about 28 now.
Not
wouldn't
even
it?
looking.
A bit
29.
spaced out there.
Yeah.
28, Milky, if you
He was
said that
sleeping.
earlier.
He was sleeping.
Thinking about other things at the time.
Can't
Tudor
blame
just went up way too early. The handball there, Kershaw gets a smother in, then goes back and gets it. He's sat on, and the umpire says we will have a ball up just next to the centre circle.
So the last 5 minutes or so, Grovedale's run has been stopped somewhat by Joey. Just 2 points in the margin now, narrowed from 4 about 5 minutes ago. Just feel they need about 3 more goals just to be with a chance. Kicking
Gonna run
against
out
the
of time
breeze,
with that.
holding
Yeah.
the footy
Ain't
is the
gone.
call. So Joey's are showing their worth here. They're holding firm in some tough circumstances, and McCullough has it, dishes quickly to Tudor, who chisels one inside.
He's got
It's
it.
a beautiful
Oh,
kick.
didn't
The
pay it.
mark was dropped by Jacko Davis, not paid. Waldron goes quickly. Whitney under a lot of pressure, does well, composed.
kick.
Asks a lot though. Lovick put his knee up and did really well. Played that very nicely. Holgren to Breeze on his left foot inside 50, hugs the line. Thump clear, still in play. Forks gets his hands clear. Just Waldron spins out of trouble. There was a whistle,
Advantage.
but advantage paid. Now Whitney on the overlap.
Got
Lovely
him.
kick two to
He's got to
Erskine.
kick it over the back
He's
here.
got to go
No
over
one
the,
there.
over
Just
the top.
bomb it,
quickly.
bomb it.
He's
They
got to
got
go
numbers
quickly.
back.
Erskine in the middle of the ground. He goes quickly. Has Delaney in position A. It's
Here we
over
go.
his head. There's another Delaney at ground level, but the ball beats the brothers. And
Probably
through
had to
through
go
behind.
5 seconds earlier,
Yeah.
3 seconds earlier.
When he marked it, he should have
Yeah.
wheeled and gone.
Yeah.
Extends the margin to 3 points on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard.
So it's measures, can't be much time left. Has it in the goal square. Decides to just kick it to the danger zone out wide. Oh, good grab to big Benny Capra. Look at that wind, that hair sit up against the wind.
30
Beautiful, Benny.
30 minutes gone. The first 2 quarters both went 32.
Capra, oh, just a big mung floater forward, but there he's taking a couple of those good ones, Caldwell. He's marked just inside. He's about 90 out, puts it into the hot spot. Has the sit. Hickey doesn't take the mark.
Hickey.
Erskine round the body he goes. Towards
Oh,
goal.
oh.
Oh, it's a post.
4
Geordie. 1 goal, 3 to Jordan Erskine I've got.
I've got 4.
Four. I must have missed one. There's a chance that could happen.
They went quickly. In the meantime, Ferguson to Kershaw. His hands were good. McLaughlin, Hickey, youngsters combining. They go to centre wing. McCullough has a lot to do. Does well. To the Super Joe gets goal. And then Ferguson goes quickly into a 1 contest. It bounces kindly to Featherstone. He gives quickly to Super Joe. His hands to Webb. Webb runs to 15 out. Measures and kicks the goal.
Super Joe. Get to Super Joe.
Super Joe.
Get to him.
Superb football from Joey's, but more specifically to our man Super Joe, who talked to the
Wow.
football. Didn't you notice, Milky?
Did not need
He
a
just
top
had
knot.
control over the Nurry, which no one else can possess on this footy ground. And Joey's have a vital goal in the 3rd term.
They did the same thing in the first term, Buzz. Exactly the same. Nearly time out, and then
Coast to coast, they
Yep.
went in the first time. They've done it again here.
Wow,
So on the
Spewing the
Buckley's-
Grovedale coaches.
Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard 8-10-58 to 8-8-56. St Joseph's Way back in the guts. Zach Smith dispossessed at ground level. Haints, he's been really good in there today. Very impressed with him.
Yeah.
26 possessions.
Wrapped it up by
There you
Speedy
go.
Deans, who's probably had just as many.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
No, 1, 2, too late. Coppers not that clever, are they? Up they go again. Zach Smith gets a fist on it, puts it out to Costello. He gives it over to his teammate. He just
Downfield,
bombs
surely.
it downfield. No,
Got to be downfield.
that was McNeil, I reckon, that kicked that. And
Alice.
Alice, was it? Alice. Who the is Alice?
They still haven't got it yet.
They still
Milky.
haven't got it, the kids. They haven't got it.
Just going to ignore it.
Not really interested in getting it, to be
No.
honest.
Not that fascinating. Brought back in. Inside 50.
The glove.
Oh, that ball went backwards like a
Did everything.
boomerang. Forks.
Walker got it.
Just sprung up with it. He'll get it back too. Goes quickly to Holker in the middle of the ground. Tries to burst through 2 tacklers. Does. Adams was met by Waldron. Ferguson on his left side. Goes very wide, and that's nicely done.
Measures
and
been
finds
plenty of
Measures
run
at
today.
half forward. Goes inside 50 towards Holgren, who kept running. It's superb hard running from Reece Holgren. And he marks in the forward
It was
pocket.
good work right
Do you know
there.
what I see him? I want to see him handball it over the man on the mark, then run around and get it.
It's real under 10 stuff before, and I like that.
Yeah.
Be a tough kick. He's right in
after
front
the
of the
hooter.
coach's box as the siren goes.
I'd like to see him handball it over now.
Yeah,
The margin sits at 2 points his side's way. Is to extend it to 8 at three-quarter time with the aid of the breeze in the final term. Don't forget, Reece Holgren comes
Tough
in.
kick.
Tight
Tough
angle,
kick.
it is tough. Holgren holds
Oh, it's
up
not
in the
gonna get there.
breeze.
Out on the
just
full.
got
full.
there, out in the
4
full.
out the full from
Out
that
in the
same
full.
spot.
Yep.
Hey, Milky.
For Reece
Yes.
Holgren, so the
And
margin will
that's his
sit.
second of those.
Margin sits at 2 points, and at one stage it looked like Grovedale would have a 3 or 4 goal lead in that term, but it's Joey's who go into the final change. Milky ahead.
8:56 to 8:10:58. In that quarter, just for the sake of those that are interested, 6 goals 4 to Grovedale, 1 goal 3 to St Joseph's after leading by 33 points at the main break. St Joey's will come. Can they defend this? Well, not defend, but can they come back, Grovedale, into that breeze? Hasn't been the case so far today as the ball comes out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin off a little mung left footer towards Forks. Can he pick up the crumbs? It's at his feet. He does. Gets it on the boot. Boot smothered. Comes back Donahue. His handball. Circuit. Slaps it towards the boundary line. Ferguson's there. So too Deans. There's the boundary line. Over the top it goes. And we'll have a throw in.
If they're going to be any chance, Grovedale, they have to get the first goal here, you'd think. Another goal would really put them under the pump.
Yep, absolutely. Or make it a real arm wrestle
Yeah.
and try to keep it as close as possible, but it's going to be tough.
What they don't want is one early.
Yep.
Well done by Deans. His hands were terrific to Costello. High up and under footy. Nudged under it was Tudor, and it's out the back now to Delaney. He kicks
Chip
to
and
himself.
charge.
It is a chip and charge, and it floats and to centre half forward. It might even fall for Lee Ellis here. Not quite. It's really well done by Hickey. Took it on and won himself a free kick for a high tackle. Did really well.
Turn back
Fraction
in,
of
though,
luck.
Hickey.
Yeah, he
Fraction
turned
of
into
luck there,
trouble.
yes.
Goes
Super
very
Joe.
wide.
Super
Super
Yes,
Joe
Super Joe.
just wants it on his.
Oh!
Just
Broke-
sold some,
Yes, just
some
did it for
visual
us.
candy.
He did it for
And
us.
inside 50.
Kelleher.
Over the top, Kelleher couldn't quite take the mark. Unlucky not to be paid.
Ooh.
And it'll be thrown up straight in front. 45 out from home.
Poor Super Joe's just got to take it easy on the
No.
ruckman. That's just rude.
Do you know what Super Joe's done? Hey, boys, watch this. That's what he's done.
Yep.
Back in the guts. Featherston, I reckon, won that. Down to Super Joe. In the right underneath his Speedy Deans. And applying the tackle on last man up, David Forks. 35 out from the St Joseph's goal. They lead by 2. Featherston, a backhander. Into the path, off the ground,
do
in the
that,
path
yeah.
of Kelleher. Kelleher, can he pick it up? Having trouble picking it up. The boundary line's going to beat this, and 20 around for the St Joey's goal. They lead by 2 points. 8-10 plays 8-8.
It's thanks to the Bendigo Bank. Final term. Early stages. All to do for the home side.
How long have we been going, Barnesy?
Not long.
Did he start it?
I did start.
I saw him start at Milky.
2 minutes.
2.5 minutes or thereabouts. As Bogue
Oh.
extracts it, goes very, very wide. It's a dangerous ball. He did well to get it out of play. What's the umpire's decision? Throwing he always wanted the line then, but
Is that
pretty
is
well
that-
disguised.
Is that not your son's cousin, the umpire?
Yeah, I just thought.
Wouldn't he look after his cousin?
I don't know. I thought Riley hit him out.
So to be tossed in inside 50. Headlam did well. Deans
That was their 60th hit.
That's risky.
inside outside ball in the middle of the ground. Only finds Dan Measures, who wheels around, goes with his left foot about 2 metres.
What's
That
that?
is not a mark. That hasn't gone far enough. They go quickly Grovedale, and they might be out in this outer side. This is Jacob
Gotta go
Daly,
in front
goes
of him.
quickly, and he's got Erskine. The ball will fall short. Erskine, it's Delaney, excuse me. The ball fell way short.
Look at him.
Oh.
The
And
numbers.
Mitchell falls to ground, but got the numbers.
Speedy might have
Rees.
went through his legs.
At half back, chips over the top, nicely done. Finds Measures.
So if this
On
kicks
the outer side, he goes back to go forward, if that makes sense, to Tudor.
He's got Mitchell
And
right
his
out here.
defensive half, he does, but
Close it
He'll
down
be-
the right here,
Yeah.
Grovedale.
Yep.
A bit dangerous to go across goal, so he goes all the way down the line, through the hands of Super Joe in the end. Got a good run and jump at it. Ball out of play on the heart of centre wing out of side. Still 2 points the margin, thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
Tell you what's going to be interesting after this game, boys, is votes, because it's been
very tough.
Yeah, it's been a fairly even struggle, hasn't it?
Spinning ball as far away as possible. Headlam wins it, knocks it down at the feet. Does it look like Hultgren at the bottom of that? And umpire, as he just lays back like he's having it in the lounge, old Reece Hultgren, at the elbow on the ground, looking up at the umpy. What's going on? We'll go
Sure what
through it
you're
all
on about.
again.
Not
Well, he was
sure
laying on the
where
ground.
you were going with
He
that.
was just having a rest, just looking up at the umpy, and trying to crash his way through. Was Ferguson. Ball comes out the back, off the step from Donahue. Was it all? Good stretch. Mitchell fisted away from him.
Umpire. Getting
Made a free kick.
It's not
What's
a,
that for?
it's
Well,
not
just
too
it's a
high at all.
contest. No, it's just a contest. Or
He
you
punched the
spoil
ball.
It was a terrific contest.
Yeah.
He got the ball.
Yep.
Rubbish.
Mitchell puts it into the forward 50. Featherston almost takes the mark, but it bounces off him, reaching and claiming it at ground level. The Grovedale player.
Big Featherston a bit sore too after that marking
I reckon it was
contest.
Harrison that tried to claim it from Grovey.
Thrown up quickly. Holcomb won it down. Haints again. Spinning a ball, just gets inside 50.
Good mark.
Good mark by
Back
Donahue
Donahue.
going back with the flight.
Terrific mark.
Superbly done from the ever experienced Donahue. Goes very short.
Yeah, get lost. That's it. That's
is
putty nose.
fantastic.
That is putty nose.
Ripping into Milky. Goes down the line.
That's, you know who that is? That's Matho's dad.
They go quickly. Delaney tries to swing it clear. Couldn't quite. Falls on the outer side. Ferguson couldn't pick it up cleanly. That's fantastic. Milky did not like that one
And you know what?
bit.
He's a North Melbourne supporter, so what can I say? I got nothing.
Could be the best bit of commentary we've had all year, and it's not in the
Should
track.
have given him the portable mic, I reckon. In the meantime, the ball's on the outer side, our forward flank, in between a nice rendition of We Are the Navy Blues. Ball's on defensive 50 and it'll be thrown up. So no score in this final term. Thanks,
Is it-
Bendigo Bank.
The end of the game or something, is it? Is that what he's... Or have they just gone further ahead?
Don't know.
I'll
Don't
check
know.
for you, mate.
As free kick
Well, that's interesting.
going Tudor's way.
He tried at the ball up before.
Yeah.
He made a lot of space for himself. I guess that's denying the other player access to the footy.
Oh, puts it down the throat of Allen.
Blues
Oh.
by 37 minutes gone.
there's Measures. Kelleher gets it. Dean's in, no, not Dean's in there. But just a wrestle at ground level.
Still trying
And
to
I
play.
reckon that was key in there for Grovedale.
Still trying to play cute footy.
Yeah,
Milky,
still 2
whereas
points to
Grovedale-
margin.
Grovedale went a little bit more direct
Yeah.
in that
Yep.
quarter.
So it'll be thrown up just on the line of the square. Jeez, that was on basketball down by Tudor. The ball nearly comes out. There's a whistle
Throw.
for a throw going the way of Riley Kershaw for St Joey's.
Got to be in the votes, isn't he, Kershaw?
This is his 21st
And he's
possession.
been pretty good. He
good
goes
kick.
very long towards Featherstone. Went through his hands in the air, but in the
Kelleher!
back of the pack, Kelleher
Kelleher!
dribbles it
Bang!
home. Easy done. And likes his own work too, Buddy Kelleher, but rightfully so. Big goal. They've got the first of the quarter to deny Grovedale that chance. And they're going to be hard to catch now.
We just spoke about that, Milky, didn't we? Like
Yep.
seconds beforehand, and
Yep.
Riley gets the ball and goes that long
Bang.
60-metre kick, and that's the difference.
Yep.
Grovedale done it very well in that third quarter with their tall timber. Front and centres, they got more goals out of. Get the numbers there.
Well,
Be
you saw-
predictable.
Well, a couple of minutes earlier, Measures just popped this silly
Yeah,
little left footer that
yeah.
went 8 or 9 metres. You know,
Yep,
what the hell is
and
that?
turned it over.
You're kicking with a 90 mile an hour wind.
Particularly with the conditions, they're not going to be able
Yeah.
to get it back over your head too fast.
No, exactly right.
Back in the guts, up they go. Headlam had a really good game. Knocked it down to Speedy Deans. Oh, just pierces that ball forward. Delaney spinning, twisting, end up trapping the footy. Now he's stripped of it. Good
glove.
work by Morrison. He's been really good today. Comes out to Adams, comes out to Ferguson, goes to Jacko Davis, goes with the tries to go with the barrel, but Headlam smothered it. Bouncing footy. Oh, it's tricked them all. Measures. Then goes round the
Measures.
body. He's got it down to one-on-one in Featherston. And McNamara comes
Oh,
back. Featherston
no!
pitches the handball.
No,
Goes
no,
back.
no.
Super Joe misses.
It was all happening.
He just grabbed it and handballed it straight back to Featherston then.
Yeah.
Now they're
That was
behind.
Harrison, I'm sorry, not McNamara.
So hard work for the Tigers here, kicking into the breeze. Joey's look like they're just starting to roll along nicely in this last term. Be Waldron to bring it in. Scoreboard reads
Sack Buckley, that's what the scoreboard should say.
8.56 to 9.11.65. He goes quickly to the outer side. Back inside 50 from Allen. It'll go inside the line just and trickle out of play for a throwing. A good result for Joey's. About 15 around from home.
Yeah, you'd expect the ball to spend the majority of time down that end, and
Yeah, with field
really,
position.
really hard now. 7 points down, kicking into that breeze.
Yep.
You're right, Milky.
20. 20.
Can't add much more.
See what's happened? See what's happened, you blokes? You just can't handle me being right.
Well, you were right on that occasion.
Yeah, and then you're all just going, damn it, he's right. It's good tackle. Who was that? That's Super Joe swinging around. Ball's finished up with Ferguson. Round the body he goes. Bang!
Oh, that'll do.
That might just about ice it, boys.
Very close.
Good work there from the physical stuff here. Big Headlam.
Ooh,
Reece
and in the
Holtgren.
one in the head too.
A bit more of a slap than a hit. It was a basketballer's.
I think it was just a height difference.
Yeah. Big Headlam might be heading off the track, I think.
Just looking over at the bench, there's a Grovedale player in a tracksuit who hasn't moved this quarter. I'm not sure who it is.
Look forward, I think.
Yeah, he got that.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
the corky.
Corky in the-
Yeah,
May have just seized up in the break or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Had a rotten run with injuries. You remember in the
Oh,
final,
yeah, nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
going back with the
Yes,
pack, really
yes,
hurt
he did.
himself badly last season.
He's a good player. Look forward.
Yep.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's 10-11-71. St Joseph's, they lead Grovedale 8-8-56.
Ball goes quickly out of the middle. Forks broke a tackle to Reed Adams, whose inverted check side wasn't great.
yeah.
He nearly had an airy. Nearly missed
Really?
the football entirely.
I reckon he did on purpose.
Yeah. Well, imagine if they paid that.
Oh, that'd be
deliberate.
stupid, wouldn't it?
Anyway, it's
Yeah, that's it,
anything's
boys.
possible.
gone out of play, centre wing. Anyway, it's hard to do. Tudor convincingly down to Forks. His handball was partially smothered. Bogue was terrific in the clinches now. Whitney. Open bowling for Australia. I think you'll find that's 1970s.
Mike.
As the ball is centre half forward.
70s.
Who dares wins?
Yeah, who dares
Yeah,
wins?
yeah.
Superb show with now Lovick at centre half back. Tumbles one. It'll work too. Finds Webb.
Tanya Zayeda.
That's it.
Oh, come on.
Fantastic show. Who dares wins.
Well, 1 on
He goes
3,
to
yeah.
half. Oh, up high. It was a really aerial spoil. It'll fall for McLaughlin, tucked in on the boundary. Runs round to his right foot. That's really well done. Oh, but he just missed. Jacko Davis had to stretch. His handball was nearly a slap.
Too slick.
It was too hot in the end, and the ball out of play going for Paddy Callagher. It was in the end. 25 around. Who dares wins? What a show.
71 plays 56.
What a show.
We're more excited about who dares wins than the result of this footy at the minute. Well, it's certainly more than that than the bloody one at the MCG. I'll give you the tip. It's a
Pretty
spinning
excited about that
ball.
one, actually, Milky.
The ball just seemed to drop short. Pick up here on the... Oh, there he's Taints again. Wrapped up in the tackle on the boundary line. And Circuit drags it over. We'll have a throw in. 5 metres around. Still 30 out from the St Joey's goal. Lead by 15. Spinner. Featherston almost roves his own ruck work. Comes back to Jacko Davis. He's just
tackle.
taken the ground. Surely
Oh, he's paid.
Yeah, he's pinged him.
Ball.
yeah, holding the ball. Went straight to ground. I agree with those. When you go to the ground, don't make any sort of attempt. Goodbye. Give me the footy.
Gotta have a bit of pride, though.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
don't
sure he
care.
had much opportunity to get rid of
Don't
that.
care.
No.
Didn't make any sort of attempt. Just laid there like he was shot.
You got to pretend to make an effort.
Yeah,
these
that's
days.
it.
They
We'll have 90
go
free kicks a
down
game,
the
then.
line. Erskine nearly gave away a free kick. Nothing doing. Hickey was composed. Morrison
Means he threw it.
throws as the umpire against Hickey.
Yeah, that was a definite throw, that one.
Yep, so the free kick will be going to Jordan Erskine, I should think, and is.
Oh, how come it's aimed at him? It's aimed at me. I'm older.
Oh, we got the heater.
No,
So-
keep it down here.
He's
Yeah,
a
I'll do it.
half back. He's not where Grovedale want him to be.
No.
Jordan Erskine, what's he doing here? He ran all the way across his
man.
goal
Oh,
and
dear.
then missed the target.
Oh,
Denning spun it at Featherston with a strike.
Please.
Special.
Very
Yes, thanks to United Petroleum. That's one of the goals of the day. Fleet of foots, and Joey's are nearly home.
Fleet of foot Featherston.
Yes, yeah, that's a little man's goal. That wasn't it.
Yeah, beautiful sidestep.
And it was the big ruckman in Denning that they sorted out between
Spin
the
out
two
of
big
trouble.
fellas. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Sure, Erskine's
No.
Yeah.
kick there is where you want to be kicking against a 600-kilometre breeze.
Well, I think he tried to open the game up instead of just plotting it down the wing, and he didn't see anything, and it just sort of overcooked the kick.
Yep.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, that's 11-11-77 to 8-8-56.
It's probably the right idea, but once he saw there was nothing on, he probably should have just gone back down the wing.
Or execute it.
Yeah. Smith, convincingly. Deans couldn't quite win it though. Ball back in the middle of the ground.
No sneeze. I thought I was going to sneeze.
Working. He tossed up as Fawkes was wrapped up just next to the centre circles. So 11-11-77 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. St Joey's Grovedale 8-8-56 and kicking into a strong breeze. Bogue, wonderfully done. Won the clearance, kicked to centre half forward. Measures, who's gone back now after playing forward in the third term. Adams did brilliantly well, just got to kick away in time, but chopped off by Mike Whitney.
Oh no, not again. Stop it.
Goes in the middle of the ground. Nice. Missed Donahue, and that's where you don't want to turn it over in the middle of the ground. Fawkes, handball over the top. Haynes has been superb. Cops it up. Circuit makes sole partial contact with the ball this time, which is an improvement on his last touch. Deans goes very wide for that man. Circuit. Geez, Hickey went back with courage and did well. And then Mitchell.
He's been really
He's
good.
a nice inclusion for Joey's, and then fires another handy inclusion in Luke Webb. Rees was coerced over the boundary, word of the day, and
that's your word of the day, is it? Coerced.
Right on centre wing.
We find out what the minute mark of the last quarter. Coerced is his bloody word of the day. 15-minute mark of the last quarter, coerced.
Not even that exciting.
No, it's not really.
Didn't bring much
Bogue
to the
knocks it down. Circuit tries to crash his way through. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until good is better and better is best. That's on the back of a Furphy there, boys.
I'm not sure what that was.
Jacko Davis. Down the line he goes. Backing back. Harrison gets a hand on it. And minor score. Great kick.
It was always going to be on the back of a Furphy or underneath a Carlton Draft stubby lid.
That's it. The kids have never heard it. They've never heard that before. That's
sure.
5 behinds to Jacko Davis.
Some form of motivational quote.
Just what you need when you're sucking down.
Do you know what a Furphy is, boys?
Is it a riddle?
Furphy tank.
They go quickly, right down the middle. Fawkes beaten to it, but Allen probably got in his way in the end. They both went for it.
No talk there.
No, went for the same footy, and it'll be thrown up right at centre half forward. 78 plays 56 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. St Joey's way. Grovedale look out a puff here. The wind's got the better of them. Kicking into it in this last term. Thrown up. Smith for Grovedale. Caldwell met solidly. McNeil, handball was partially smothered. Comes wider still to Circuit. McNeil follows up, tackled by Lovick. Now Circuit again. Kicks down the line. Erskine did brilliantly well. He wanted the body of Hickey and still wants some. Ball still at ground level. Fierce contest. Delaney lays a strong tackle right in front of us. That'll be thrown up.
Just going back to Zach Smith's handball, was there 2 hands involved in that one?
Definitely not.
I don't think there was, mate.
Could not possibly have been.
Yeah, gives Denning a big shove. Haynes tries to crash his way through. Wrapped up by Whitney. Mike Whitney. I think I will go with Houston, just so I stop thinking about that stupid game show.
Who dares wins? It's a good show.
He's better at that than cricket. As the ball comes down. Was that Hickey that was wrapped up in the tackle? Just didn't quite get a look. Jacko Davis, was it? Erskine helping him up.
His sour straps here. He's really brought up big, this fella.
Yeah, ball goes down. Denning. Well done again by Haynes. Puts it over the top. Kelleher and Tudor. Foot race. Tim Delaney. The ball wins. And it's going to go over the boundary line 3 metres around from Joey's goal. They lead 78-56. I
thought the goal umpire was about to throw it in. He's run a long way around. I thought he was just wanted to touch the ball.
I don't know if he's capable.
Yep, he's got one up his shirt.
He's thrown in, not by the goal
He just got
umpire.
that. He just got it.
I was only partially listening, but got it in the end.
He's
Webb
keeping him from over the
spins
back.
around. Good looking kick to the teeth of goal.
Oh,
Had to be quick was Delaney. Doesn't quite work. Turned over. They're at half forward. Webb again hasn't moved from his previous position. Ball.
Free kick.
Free kick.
Free kick
Yeah,
given
that's
away.
right
Had to
there.
be for getting right in his back against Tudor.
Tudor.
Going the way of Adam Donahue. Right on the goal line. Unrealistic attempt, says the umpire. So Donahue to bring it in. Virtually a kick out. Goes short to the pocket to Waldron. Never stops running.
No.
Kicks nice too. It's Lucky Ride, is it, Milky,
Yeah,
out there?
it's Lucky
Yeah,
right
it
out
says
there.
it is
Got it on
with
the
that-
outer side, up and under, into the breeze. Look at the wind just knock that down. Big Headlam drops what he probably should have taken. He got front spot. Ball at ground level. Umpire circling. Give it to me, boys, he says. We'll have another ball up. Game over for Gravy. This she's over, boys. Don't worry about that. What about
Just like at the G.
Oh, no. No magic comeback.
No. 4 goals, 16 minutes.
Haints just crashes his way through, then just fumbles the footy, and it ends up over the boundary and have a throw in. 4 goals. Wouldn't they just show some respect and say they're having their big party tonight? We'll let them have a good day.
North by 10 goals all over.
That's
Wow,
extraordinary. In Tasmania.
I haven't tipped a winner yet.
No. Neither have I, don't think.
They are a
Tossed
bit
in.
backwards down there in Tasmania.
They are.
A bit
Normie multis.
What?
multi.
Out Normie multi bets. Thank you, Adelaide.
Thought it might have been a
Yeah, I
reference
thought-
to maybe just a double head job, but I didn't say that. That was a poor choice of word. You know what I meant?
Sorry, we're still on air.
Seriously.
Might just turn myself off in a minute. The balls are set up.
Broadcast
Whoa.
official gets it out.
Oh, that's extraordinary.
The ball goes out.
I didn't
Picked up
remember.
by Kelleher. Dishes it off. Forks goes in. Picks up the footy. Gets a kick
Well
on
done.
it. Finds Haints. He has had a truckload of it. Gives it across to Lovick. Lovick goes into the pocket.
back.
Looking for Jacko Davis, but doesn't get a good run at it. And the ball back. Here we go.
still
Now you can
lost.
go back to what happened. Was happening in Tassie? Where you
Just
been on a footy trip there or something?
Don't need to worry about it. I was trying to make reference to Kirsch, maybe saying there was two heads. And
I'm
I
not
just
sure.
came out wrong.
Yeah.
Certainly did.
Not one of my finest.
Sorry, Nana, if you're listening.
That throw in, that's gone directly sideways. Bogue stripped over to win a free kick though for a hold. Never stops trying, Matt Bogue. Was very good against Leopold too.
A bit like you trying to dig your way out of this hole. Never
Yeah.
stops trying.
Just give me a shovel. Bogue goes very wide to the outnumber. Forks got 2 hands to it. Couldn't complete the mark. Right, stripped of it. Balls on the paint of 50 measures. He's worked his way into the game nicely in the second half. His kick wasn't fantastic as it hugged the line. In fact, in the full no, it'll be thrown in. Just pitched inside in front of Tom Denning, and it'll be thrown in 25 around.
That's a lot of the ball measures.
Yep. I reckon we could have probably between us 10 different blokes in the votes.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough.
Spinning ball, 30 around for the St Joey's goal. They lead 78 to 56. Ball comes out of the throw in, trying to crash his way through. Is that Circuit again? He's been.
Oh, dear.
You can't do that.
He's the only one.
Yeah, gee whiz, that's just stiff. And who is it? Haints to take the free kick. He's got one that never went anywhere near it, so if he puts this one close, he gets another one.
Wow.
That, really stiff there, Circuit, who's probably been nearly Gravy's best, I reckon.
say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haints, in he comes. To kick Joey's 12th goal, to make it 12-12.
Oh,
Goal umpire did
dead
not
eye.
move. So that's 12-12. 84 St Joseph's. They lead Grovedale 8-8-56. Grovedale are yet to score in this quarter. St Joey's kicked 4 goals, 2. So it's certainly been dominant scoring to the left of this truck.
17 inside, 50s to 2.
It's really faded out this game, hasn't it?
Yeah.
From being close at 3/4 time. Joey's just too good with the breeze in this final term.
By my reckoning, we've had 3 goals down that end today.
Yeah, 2 in the first, and
Joey's
wow.
kicked 1 late in that third
Yep.
so
quarter.
Grovedale haven't kicked a goal against
No.
the Breeze at all.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Bogue again
Maybe here.
over the top. Alice couldn't gather the ball cleanly. Was wrapped up by Ferguson. Now Super Joe goes quickly to half forward. Featherston was manhandled. Forks read it best at ground level. Then hooks it round his body.
Good kick.
Up and under
Good kick.
ball towards Holgren. He always had
good
position A. Looks like Luke Delaney's even floated back there to his natural habitat, but couldn't get it there. And Reece Holgren, who has got 2 goals, 1 for the afternoon.
And point of the year.
And point of the year, where he handballed to himself, Oz kick style, and then picked it up again. Will come in now. He'll kick from about 30 out from home. Reece Holgren comes in, stabbed at it, it will fall well short. Ferguson nudged under it. Kelleher, excuse me. But nothing doing with the free kick. And it'll be thrown in right on the
No score.
behind post.
Yeah, he's better kick than that, isn't he, Reece?
So right on the behind post, 84 plays 56. Up they go. Holgren just flips it down. Comes out to Delaney. He can't pick it up. Crashing his way through again. Free kick's been pinged here.
50.
And 50 towards Bogue is the free kick. So must have been mucking around giving the footy back. He'll get 50. What did we say? So there's 20 goals kicked. So 17 to the left and 3 to the right.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. Bogue goes to the outer side, finds Tim Delaney. It's just sort of blind turns the man on the mark and then gives it across to Costello. Costello finds, just hangs on it, does McNeil. Gets on in a hurry, but it's just picked up. And Tudor just walks straight into the tackle, but it comes out the back to the skipper.
That's
And just Benny Capra just put it down the throat of Delaney. I reckon that's big Cameron Delaney. Goes back to circuit.
In the middle of the ground, Waldron wasn't helped by the kick. It was a
look at this
half
bloke.
volley and Kershaw
here we
weaved
go.
away
Look at this.
through.
Look at
They've
this.
got the numbers. Denning marks.
Gotta go
Unmarked.
over the top.
20 out from home. He's got 2 over the top. Nearly made a hash of it. But McLaughlin could stroll in and kick from point blank range.
I was hoping he was just going to keep walking there and just ignore them over the back.
So Jacko McLaughlin with his first of the day. Hasn't been their worst though.
No, he's been
Lively,
he's been handy.
roaming around half forward.
He's good inclusion for them, I think.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Tough man to keep quiet straight out of the Colts. So 13-12. What's that, Mookie?
90.
That is 90 on the dot.
90,
Yep.
yep.
Thanks to Bendigo Bank. Grovedale 8-8-56. Last term we've played.
We have
So
played.
Got him.
20
We've got
minutes
him on
or
the
so.
We are still playing.
20 minutes, 25.
25 and a half.
There we go.
Out of the middle it comes. Backing himself, measures.
All quarters have gone past 32 minutes.
Measures. Has it at half back. Trying to work out who to give it to. Goes to Lovick. Trying to chip in and pick it off there is McNeil. It goes back to Ferguson. Ferguson spears one down the throat of Webb. Doesn't let him down. Takes the mark.
Nice kick, wasn't it?
What's he got, Webb? He's got 2 for the afternoon. Looking to go further afield. Looking for Super Joe, but Delaney gets back. Doesn't take the mark. Good contest there. Jacko Davis paddles it forward. In here goes to McLaughlin again. Across the top he goes. Reece. Just a little one-stepper. Gets his second.
Really well done by Jacko Davis.
Yeah,
Yep.
tap forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vital.
You going?
So on. Do you have to leave, do you?
Thought the old man was going.
So, where is he? I need to get a word. Just say deepest sympathy having a son like this. On the scoreboard, 14-12-96 St Joey's. They lead Gravy 8-8-56.
So from the margin being 2 points at
yep.
three-quarter time, it's extended right
haven't
out now with
They'd
the breeze.
only
Haven't
kicked
scored,
with the breeze once though, Fuzz, I suppose, at three-quarter time.
True.
Haven't scored yet,
Haven't
Grovedale,
scored.
yet Joey's have kicked 6 goals, 2.
Haven't really looked like scoring that much.
No.
Grovedale, have they?
20 inside 50s to 2.
Yeah, wow, that's as commanding as it gets, really. So not long to go, about 5 minutes or so, we think, in this last term. Joey's Tudor, even he's now winning the taps out of the middle. Bogue.
Wore him down eventually.
Delaney to McNeil. Lovey rips him off
Could have been
it.
a free kick there.
Ferguson just walked it over the boundary.
Bit unlucky there, Bogue.
Unlucky McNeil. Should have got a free kick.
McNeil,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's the ball right in front of us to be
Love him
thrown
when he owned
in.
it.
Get your hair out of your eyes, son.
Jump by, throws it in quickly. Favours Tudor, won it down. Bogue again though. Jeez, he's bloody good game of footy. And go quickly, Costello to centre half forward. It's all Joey's. Mitchell.
He's good,
Such
Mitchell.
a good inclusion.
Very, very
cool
good
head
backman.
down back measures. We know how good he is. He's upended as he kicked, but no free kick dropped off by Cam Delaney at half back. Goes in the middle of the ground, misses Costello though. And Davis is a man who'll make you pay. They've got the outnumber. McLaughlin, the ball just evades him. Super Joe lurking. Can't keep it in despite his best efforts and through from behind.
Put that down to Rush, boys.
I'm putting it down to Jacko Davis. He's racking them up.
Oh, you put it down to Davis.
That's
Okay,
six.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
even
I'll
better.
get-
6 behinds.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got 6 for him.
Yep.
Extraordinary.
I don't think he got there, Joey, to rush it. Because he would have kept it in. Don't worry about that.
So Delaney to bring it in. No, it's not. It's McNamara brings it in, goes to the outer side, and Delaney marks it.
mark.
Would have been really hard for Delaney to bring it in and mark it, wouldn't it?
Well, there's
Delaney
a
to
few.
Delaney.
Yeah. It's Big Luke. That's his first, I reckon, nearly first mark for the day. Delaney, bit of an up and under kick. Erskine's a target, doesn't take the mark, comes out the back. Webb, oh, bit of dancing
Yes.
through there.
Little
Light on his
something.
feet, isn't he? Goes to the Super Joe, puts one hand up, uses two. Kelleher, the old look away, dishes it off. Looking for some help here is Kelleher. Comes out the back of the pack. Davis tries to crash. No, that's Kershaw trying to crash his way through.
Oh, little
Umpire
handball.
blows the whistle and says, no, we'll have a ball up. 25 out from the Joey's goal. On the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, they lead 97 to 56.
29 minutes in, Milky.
29.
Just about time to lean on that button, I reckon, for the timekeepers.
Yeah.
3 minutes or so to go. There's a
Free
whistle
kick
for a block
for a
out.
block.
Yeah, going whose way?
know.
The umpire hasn't
And
signalled.
50.
Oh, it's
No,
going
it's
Joey's way
going-
now because there's 50-metre penalty paid.
Holcren. Yes.
Yeah, going the way of Reece Holcren. So unsure what either of them were for, but
Was
Uh,
the
Bode
signalled the
must have
block in
mouthed.
the ruck.
Yeah,
And then bogey
you signalled a
mouth.
fly.
Yeah.
Don't kick this far.
so Holcren from the Josh Bruce distance doesn't miss this time though. Easy done. Joey's kick their 15th and crack the 100-point mark for the afternoon. Reece Holcren has 3. Always manages to pop up and kick 2 or 3 a game when they're playing well, Reece Holcren. They extend the lead further on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Really disappointing last quarter this from Rogo. Coming in, we didn't expect them to hold on and get a win coming into last quarter, but to concede this many goals and let Joey's get over the 100-point mark, they'll be pretty dirty on themselves, I think.
I've got Reece Holcren down for 2-2.
Maybe
I've got 2-1.
Well,
Yeah,
don't know
he's
where
2-2 he's got.
Don't know
He
where I've
jumped-
given him the 3
yeah.
from.
It
Sorry.
comes back in the middle. That's Bode. Gets Jacko Davis might have just got a little rip on his shoulder there.
I don't know how I missed that.
Oh,
Yeah.
good mark from Big Benny Capra. Comes out wide to Adams. Adams looking for the littlest bloke out there. McLaughlin.
that's the miss.
Good stretch and a
Jukes.
good catch
Good juke.
to little
fella.
Jackie. Jackson goes back to Measures.
Nearly gave him an inside 50.
Measures. Looking where to dish this off. Decides just to bomb it in the end. And hopefully Holcren can get a reach on it, but
Well
it doesn't. Goes back to Adams. Adams spears it down the throat. The big fella in Denning. Takes the mark. Ruckman deserves to go back and kick the goal. That's it. And he will have a crack at this, the big fella. They haven't been frightened using forward, which is good.
No.
He might have played almost more forward
He
than...
probably
Yeah,
has.
it probably has today.
Work it
Tudor's
out.
played more in the ruck.
Well, they've been dominant in that area,
Yeah.
though.
Denning comes in.
Oh,
Ooh,
Lee.
nice kick as he tugged it left.
He's
I reckon got it in.
Oh,
And
fella.
obviously the boys like it when the big fella's kick a goal. They've mobbed him.
that's
Maybe his first for
first
the
senior goal.
first senior goal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well done.
So,
Nice kick too. Nice way to do it.
And it's the
Good mark, too.
17th, is it? 16th. 16 goals.
So that's
13,
8 in
that's-
this term for Joey's now.
Yeah. Wow. 8 goals, 3 to nothing at this stage. But it was always going to be that way if they didn't put them away at three-quarter time, wasn't it?
It didn't have to be 8 goals, though.
No.
They've laid down a little bit here.
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yep. The goal kicker, Denning, went very early in the ruck. Ferguson, though, extracts it. Hickey
Oh.
met by Deans. Not advisable to
Oh.
take him on.
Don't
Don't
Ferguson.
argue. Little don't argue.
Don't argue with superb, and Denning keeps working
Oh,
to the
yes.
ground, does well.
look at
Davis,
this.
Adams, left footer over the top. Now to Kelleher, kicks inside 50. Not a great kick, it hung up in the air a little bit over the head of Luke Webb. Not happy.
Again, just saying, keep
Way to
it
play.
down. No, don't pop them up the air. I'm not big enough.
Little Webby to be thrown in right on the behind post. 109 plays 56 thanks to Bendigo Bank final term. Not long left at all here at Purdue Reserve. Just to repeat, 2 points the margin at three-quarter time, but Joey's have stormed home with the wind. 8 in this final term. Forks Extracts it. McLaughlin. One arm pinned, one arm with the footy. Not getting out of there. And there's the
There it
siren.
goes.
So St
There
Joey's, they look the real deal in 2017. They've come to Birda Reserve and knocked off the Tigers 16-13, 109. Grovedale scoreless in the final term.
Exactly, mate.
8-8-56.
To 8 goals, 3 in the last quarter. Hit the lead they did in the third quarter of the Grovedale. Would have been reasonably happy at that point, but it all went downhill from there. We might take a break, boys, and we'll come back with...
Sort out your votes, boys.
Sort out our votes, sort out our mark of the day, our goal of the day, around the grounds. We'll wrap it up and get out of this truck before the ice starts dripping from the ceiling. Kicks FM 89.3 is country and is football.
For Blood Toyota and Corio Bay Health Group, you're listening to the GFL Game of the Week on 89.3 Kicks Footy.
Visiting Buckley's just got a whole lot more rewarding. Now you can earn points for everything you do at Buckley's. Plus, enjoy all the added benefits of being a member. Use your points towards purchases. Take advantage of member discounts and giveaways.